Rods. I always do advanced for Fiesta. I suppose technically I probably could have done Pixel Remaster for this one, because it has a bard. So Omega is doable on Pixel Remaster with a bard. Unlike Quick Leak, which I do not believe works on it, but traditionally, I prefer the Game Boy Advance version of the game. It is, in my opinion, the best version. I mean, true, on Pixel Remaster, rods are superior. You're making me waver and I've already started playing. I would have to set it up. God, it is a good team for Pixel Remaster. Oh, let me put my head down on the desk and cry. Oh. I should have thought of this before stream. What? I've been ill is my excuse. Right, I have to announce. Let me announce first. And then figure shit out. Fine. Like, maybe someday I'll stream the Pixel Remaster version, but I'm all set up for the GBA version, so GBA version it is. Right. It's fine.
Happy place.
It is my happy place. Exactly. Alright, Final Fantasy 5 Fiesta. So I actually went through all my old streamed Fiestas. I've done 7, not including the Asuna for Corona one, which was a set job list. And I realized I had a non-750 bias, that actually I'd gotten 11 750 jobs, 15 non-750, and 2 advanced jobs, which is interesting. I've done Gladiator and Cannoneer, which is kind of funny. But yeah, and most of my 750 jobs were barred 3 times. Geomancer twice, and another job twice, I think Dancer. Which is funny. I've never actually streamed with a Black Mage. It was only 7, I can't have gone through all the jobs, but it was kind of interesting. But, I guess might as well kick off. So, I will say I'm a little bit cheating. I didn't roll Black Mage first. I actually rolled White, Time, Black, Bard in that order. But I've done a White Mage, Time Mage start before, and it's fucking miserable. It is absolutely wretched. You have no offense other than rods. It sucks nuts. So I'm gonna donate money to charity, and I'm gonna do a Black Mage start instead, because I can't be fucking arsed, but, hopefully my controller's fucking working. Yeah, thank you. So these are like my run 1 and run 2. So Bestial, Dragoon Monk, that was fun. Blue Monk, Chemist, Freelancer, and then my other run was an Onion run, which got Dragoon again, which is... I got Dragoon here, and I re-rolled it randomly and got Chemist, which is far superior to Dragoon, and then I got Dragoon again. So I'm doing a Typhoon 750 run. It was called a random 750 run before. And this is what I call my, like, palette cleanser run. So, random 750 is probably the easiest setting, because 750 is vastly superior to non-750. Magic is just really good, right? And then random or Typhoon now is you can pick from any of the available jobs. So wind crystals wind, the water crystals wind and water, fire is wind, water, and fire, and the last is one from all. And that means you get access to being able to pull white, black, and blue, and then time and summoner, which are some of the strongest jobs in the game at every crystal. So it's easily, like, the strongest runs are Typhoon 750. So let's hop in. I'm gonna go to the loo while the opening credits play. Hopefully Vicus will be back to entertain you soon.
Never. I'm boiling water for a cup of tea. That's why I sound like I'm in the distance. Obviously, I have to stare at it the entire time, or else it won't boil. Father. So true, I am T-less. I can't level up in Elden Ring. This is, of course, Serene's 4th run of the year. Because it takes 4 runs before she kind of gets to the point where she'd be willing to, stop playing it and only do it on stream days. Man, I could do with some sushi right now. The Chinese restaurant / Japanese restaurant that had sushi just went completely to shit, so I haven't had a place that I can, like, order it from easily outside of lunch in the city. I guess for a few months now. It's terrible. Oh, lean over. Pet the nerd chocobo. Oh, what a nerd you are. Obviously, we're doing a magic run, so it's nerd time. I know they're my nerd glasses. I never claimed them to be otherwise. Yeah, that's the thing. I wear contacts all the time, so my glasses are free to be chocoboed. Be, hey, chocobode. What in blazes? So, I was born with cataracts, and they kind of don't want to do anything with my eyes until the cataracts are actually occluding my vision. At which point, like, I'll get the lenses replaced and that will fix my vision. That's kind of the long-term plan. Which basically means I'm not getting laser.
I mean, you will, though.
Yes, eventually. I don't know exactly what the cataract surgery entails.
You'll even get it paid for by insurance.
But yes, that does mean it will be covered as opposed to an elective surgery.
Yeah,
when it does happen.
Thief Summoner Red... Oh, Thief Summoner Red Mage! I had that in my last run. I had Thief Summoner Red Mage and Dragoon. So, you have a much better set than I with Blue over Dragoon. And I fought Omega straight up, and I can't recommend not doing that enough. If you don't have a way to lock down Omega, don't fight him. Or, like, a good way to damage him. Like, if you have, Ranger and, Sorcerer, or Mystic Knight, you call it Sorcerer from the PS1 days, you can kill Omega pretty fucking fast, so it's fine, right? You can kill him in, like, 2 rapid fires. If you don't have a good way to damage him, or a good way to lock him down, don't fucking do it! Don't do it, it's not worth it.
Omega just does everything to you forever. A true murder bot.
Alright, what window color are we feeling?
Interesting.
I normally get a bot to do it for me, and then I, like, fiddle with it so it's not eye-breaking. I could do that if you wanted.
You roll 3 random numbers. But yeah, let's
That's
roll.
essentially what I do.
That's I assume how the bot works, yeah, because it's like, what, 1 to 7?
It did
or
break.
0 to
Last
7?
time I did it, it like only gave me 2 numbers, but it wasn't the bot breaking, it was Discord.
Ah.
So it only showed me the 3 numbers on my phone, but not on desktop.
Fascinating.
022. Oh, that's interesting. It's pretty dark.
It's a bit dull.
Yeah, you gotta, like, it's different, like, because you have to mod in Rewind, like, color changing for, the Pixel Remaster, because they didn't do it. Don't know why. Fun times. I was saying this squad would actually be okay for Pixel Remaster, but,
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
This is your comfort game. You can fast forward it.
I can. If I had kept Red Mage, because I actually drew the first time was White Time Red Bard. I actually downgraded myself in terms of power by giving myself black instead of red.
So that you didn't have to.
Well, dual casting time is probably, like, the most stupidly powerful thing in the game other than dual casting summons, which I had last run.
Right.
See, I had Red Mage last run, so I was like, I don't want to grind out dual cast
Alright,
again.
so who is this?
So my theme for this year is, bad mascot platformers. And Bubsy. Bubsy was a, incentive. So people in the Goon thread on Something Awful often are like, hey, if you do this, I'll donate money for charity. And I like to do those, and there's often a naming one, and the naming one this year was Bubsy. That got completed. I've given the max amount a long time ago, but it kind of spurred my theme, so my second run was Gex. My third run, unfortunately, was a retro achievement, and I had to call him Onion in order to,
Beloved 90s mascot platformer Onion.
Yes, beloved Onion, in order to get the retro achievements to work. And I can't get Arrow in this run.
I also said that to her when I suggested it.
So that couldn't be for this one. It's not Arrow the Acrobat. Let's go. That was suggested by Vicus himself, so the fact that he fucking suggested it and then made the joke about it, I think is a bit self-indulgent. Okay, so this is not a retro achievement run. 1, because the other 2 retro achievements are a regular run and a meteor run. And 2, I don't get save states when doing retro achievements, which sucks. I like my save states. And I do like just being able to save or reload wherever I want. It's fun.
Nice. It's useful.
Fun, actually. And also, the emulator isn't as good, frankly. It really doesn't like the stick. For this game. It will not register the movements correctly. It's really odd.
Again, you're just doing your comfort run here.
Which is strange, because it is, I do it on the Retro Achievements version of Visual Boy Advance, which is what I'm using right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the Retro Achievements version of Visual Boy Advance dislikes the fucking analog stick as directionals, but...
It's an old emulator, basically, like...
Well, this one works, and it's older.
Oh, it's mostly less that, more that, like, it can just have things be different for weird reasons.
It's true. And that was the Retro Achievements version of Project 64, which doesn't run Donkey Kong, despite the fact that Project 64 is what we ran the Donkey Kong randomizer on.
Turns out one of the randomizations was make it work on Project 64.
I guess so.
Do you think they pet Boko on their way out?
But no, like the Visual Boy Advance version I've got, the stick works for directions like really well.
Mm-hmm.
I can like, you know...
And you've been doing it for years now, so
I mean,
like,
it just goes in the direction I want
works.
it. But like, for some reason the Retro... It seems like it just holds on to the direction.
Mm-hmm.
If I like move if I move the stick from down to left, it will turn him left. When I do it in the Retro Achievements version, it seems to want me to go control stick neutral before I press any other direction.
That is
It will
odd.
just go wonky.
Yeah.
And he'll just go in whatever fucking direction he wants. He'll keep going down, even though I'm now holding left. I think because it doesn't really know how, it basically has it as the two inputs. It's really strange. Whereas, like, this version, absolutely, as soon as I, like, press to, like, if I swing it round, it will go to the right. As soon as it's like, that's the right input, which is what I want.
Out of my way,
It feels natural to do that.
You non-job point giving shits.
It's how mapping stick to like 4 directions has always worked. I don't know why the Retro Achievements version does it in a weird, strange way. But it makes, and even the D-pad of it doesn't work that well. I put that largely to like the PS5 D-pad not being great.
I love the PS5 D-pad.
It's not, I don't like it terribly much.
Yeah, it's funny, if I think of like modern controllers, the PS5 is probably the D-pad that I would use.
That's fair.
Most of the time. Granted, like, when I'm playing something that's D-pad equivalent, I will generally use a hitbox. if D-pad's on the menu. But for, like, Souls games and stuff, I actually quite like the D-pad. Ugh. I'm old.
The other thing I find funny about the GBA version is that a lot of people hate the music. I mean, not the FF5 music, the GBA version of it.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with the GBA version. In fact, I mean, it's probably like nostalgia, but I have a lot of like good feelings towards the GBA version specifically.
The thing for me is like, I never owned a SNES. So
Yeah,
all
same.
of the songs that
Yeah.
are getting absolutely butchered by the GBA sound font, I don't have a reference point for.
That's also true, yeah.
Which means that this is just what Final Fantasy V sounds like to me.
Hey, Bokobo. Alright, I'm about to do something I really shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Everyone's becoming a black
Cheater.
bitch, baby.
You're like a double cheater now.
I am a double cheater, yeah. I'm not doing it. I have done the white time start before. It sucks nuts. It really, don't do it. If you get that, don't do it. It's so bad. I mean, the thing is, like, once you get to Kardak, and you get the wolves, and you get rods, it's now
It's
fine.
fine, 'cause
It's
you
just
just break rods.
expensive, but... it's just miserable.
Spend money to cast Firaga.
I have done the White Mage start on stream before. You've all seen it. I don't hate it on its own, but combine it with time and it's just miserable.
Watch out, those bats have big nuts.
Yeah, they do. Yes, my other black mages are resorting to punching. I know. I got the other good thing about the GBA is they get the Chaos mod. It's not actually that relevant in this set because I did do Typhoon Run. Oh yeah. Unless they crit, they cannot hurt the crab.
Hell yeah.
Lena at least can hurt the crab. It's worse when you have a job, like say White Mage. If you get White Mage, you have the Chaos mod, don't turn them into White Mages at this point. You can literally do no damage to the crab.
Hell yeah.
Well, that crit would've.
Well, it's because you don't have your crab hammer.
Because I don't have my crab hammer. But because I have mages who can use knives, I at least get the knife on Lena, which I should probably give to Era if it has more strength. And so it gets a higher M value earlier than that.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen Gallup's Black Mage sprite. And I'm genuinely not sure I have.
I mean, I've definitely had Black Mages before. I've had Black Mage everything, to be honest. I mean, I've had every job at least once, if not 5 times. I've done so many fiestas. I'm not sure what my count is at this point. I feel like I'm about to hit 60 or something. Yes, the bearded BB. I do like Black Mage sprites. They're all really good. Oh, that damage is so funny. I mean, I guess the argument for keeping it on Lena is the fastest at the moment. Something I really do like about 5 versus 3, which of course I did the FF3 Fiesta back a few months ago, is that everyone has like base stats and then the jobs affect those stats, but then there's not like job levels or any of that shit, which is just really irritating and grindy. It's just you put a job on someone, they get the stats for that job, they're perfectly good at that job. That's the stats they'll have on that job from beginning to end.
Well, like the big thing is that mastering a job is more about mixing and matching in this one, so like you're always guaranteed a certain amount of power, which is quite cool. I have my T2 now.
The extra damage you do as you level comes actually specifically from the level itself.
Right, as opposed to...
Because your level affects your M value.
Yep.
Like, your attack is based on your base stat plus your job stat. And then you have attack based on your weapon.
But yeah, it definitely
or
goes
the power of the
pretty
magic
far
spell.
Towards, like, avoiding that feeling of being completely useless when you swap jobs.
Yes.
And I think that's really a big factor. This is like one of the few games with the job system where, like, you know, you spend a bunch of time mastering a job and then you don't lose it the moment that you switch over. You just transfer that over to the other job and you suddenly get new things you can do along with the old stuff. It's really cool. And again, not really something I've seen in most other games with job systems.
I feel like a lot of them try to get more complicated. Thus in a lot of ways becoming less fun. Breaking into a pirate base. It's a pirate ship.
You can see the flag you're hiding behind, too.
I know. I do hate to be keel-hauled. Gallup is the one who's like, steal their ship.
Fuck it, let's steal a boat.
The amnesiac doesn't know right from wrong. He forgot that.
That fell out of his head.
Do you know how to sail a ship? I was gonna say pilot, but I'm like, pilot's not the right word. Or like, what the fuck is the word for a ship? It's like sail a ship.
Technically helm at that point.
Helm a ship?
Because I feel like sail a ship is, implies the collective endeavor of everyone.
True, but I don't think you say helm a ship.
He's your helmsman. Is the one with the steering wheel, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you verb it. I think the helmsman is still steering the ship? Chat, help me out. Help us out. What the fuck would you say? Someone at a boat. What are they doing with the boat? Driving the boat? Drive a boat?
Steers is the word Wikipedia uses.
Steer, yeah, okay, steer in the boat. I mean, steer kind of implies just the left to right, though, and clearly Bart doesn't know how to get the ship moving.
Yes. But that is also what the helmsman
So he doesn't know how to set sail.
Yeah.
So Lena's a princess. That was a reveal kept for all of, like, 10 minutes. I do find it very funny. I'm not gonna worry about spoiling a game I've streamed 8 times at this point. I do find it very funny it's Bart's and 3 Royals.
Yeah. And hell, Bart's dad could have been a royal if he wanted, but he was like, nah, fuck that.
Nah, I'm out.
He would have been crowned a king if he had
I mean, he
gone
would.
back.
He absolutely would, because, Zazak...
I was gonna say, they let Zazak be king.
Galef were both kings, and Kelgar, I think it's just kind of mayor?
Yeah, you know, he only wanted the mayorship.
Yeah, he only wanted a town, so he's not a king, he's just a mayor. I can't remember what they call him. I think you just call him as their leader. Leader of the werewolves. So, I don't know what town or city he would have had, but... Nice, King of the Ninjas. Well, when we go to the first town, our black mages will get a power boost.
You go to the first town, this, first part of the run is functionally over.
It is very funny that I don't think I've done a freelancer run to the Raptor and the end of the Wind Shrine in a very long time.
Yeah.
I think just like when I play like the Pixel Remaster, obviously, which is on the PlayStation, so it doesn't have mods. And the Retro Achievement one I did my last Onion run did it, actually. I just did it a couple of weeks ago.
And you put it out of your mind.
But when I was doing it, I'm like, damn, I haven't done this in so long. I don't remember. Like, everyone has broadswords as a freelancer. I'm losing all these job points.
On a run with a red mage.
Licks?
Licks?
Is
Licks.
that Bart's town? I think.
It's Licks.
I said I'm like...
It slurps.
And we'll be able to confirm nor deny for a bit. I'm now really used to using the D-pad, so like, I keep trying, but of course this doesn't allow for multi-mapping. It's just either the stick or the D-pad.
Slap that pirate away.
So if I stand around doing nothing, it's probably because I'm trying to use the D-pad to move, and it's not working. Because I'm now used to, having the ability to do both. Got a dagger. Not have much in the way of MP. It's fine. Butts. It's not Butts, it's Arrow. It's Arrow's hometown.
It's Arrow, the acrobutts.
Fuck you. That was unnecessary.
You're welcome.
But it's funny, after doing retro achievements for Final Fantasy V, I think, even though it takes 3 playthroughs, I think I would recommend the Fiesta achievements over the normal achievements. They're garbage.
I mean, the big thing about the normal achievements is that you, like, every single boss has do something weird to them.
Yeah. Which
might be your bag, what might also be like, oh god, now I gotta go grab this job and grind this out.
Yeah. But, I was like, oh, well, I could do a Fiesta run that's not one of the others, but I could just do the normal, like, Chivo set, and it's like, oh, no, this is not... You can't do this in a Fiesta context. It expects you to have and use every single job on multiple people, frankly.
Gex was run too.
I've already done Gex, yes. We had Bubsy, and we had... I actually will be able to show the files. I think it shows her name.
Pretty sure, because it's your status screen.
Yeah.
Hey, are you a new adventurer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a new adventurer? Are you really a new adventurer?
Well, okay, we'll see what happens if I don't lie to her. Oops, I did not actually buy any.
Well, we're slapping this goblin around.
I'm in the back row, so this is going to take a little bit.
Charging into a goblin's nest.
I was like, right, I'll go get money first. I always do this first before buying stuff because it gets you cash, but I kind of forgot.
Ah, it's just a
shoved
single
everyone in the
goblin.
back
It's
row.
fine.
No, I'll show you what happens if you admit to her that you maybe have run this game like 60 times.
Howdy.
Can't have pros come around spooking the rookies. She fucking kicks you out! Literally! She kicks you all the way across into a tree. I think fucking,
What a dame.
I think Arrow's dead, to be honest.
In the very least, concussed.
Alright, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money on magic, because I've got both black, white, and time.
Yep.
Even though I cannot use this yet, I'm buying it so I don't forget. Very easy to forget to buy...
You did.
Yeah. She tries to skill you! She certainly gives it a red hot go. It's the only thing I can buy is like rods right now, which kind of aren't any usefulness, so probably better. There's a leather cap in...
Goodbye. Cool hats.
Yeah, there's a leather cap in the Wind Shrine, so you only need to buy 2. Same with the broadsword. If you're doing Freelancer, there's a broadsword in there, so you don't need to buy 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Tips and tricks.
It's not like you have a huge amount of money.
Probably increase my magic, but I can't afford them. I guess I have no use for this broadsword, so I might as well sell it. Or this leather shield. I don't have anyone who can wield shields in this run, so I might as well buy 1 rod, please. You're potentially better off with knives, but I can't buy knives right now. Rods don't do much in the way of damage. Oh, only 1 extra attack for magic, so that's not, it's fine. You have the Pixel Remaster Town theme in the GBA one. Nice. Alright, so... no point staying in the inn. My black magic. Let's run away. No, I mean, I would never try to steal your boat again, sir.
I don't know how to sail it.
We clearly don't.
And the dragon would eat me.
And the dragon would probably eat this.
Pardon me.
Absolutely not.
Okay, don't pardon me then.
I won't.
Never forgive me.
Alright, go in here, meet the Chancellor. I'll take
What
Exchequer.
happened?
There are monsters in the shrine. Oh! Dad's dead. Dad dead.
Shut up.
See, I haven't... Until my last run, I hadn't fought, the Raptor while not in a job in a very long time.
Yup.
It's like, cause I've used the all jobs mod. See, I can see that rod is no,
Sweet.
not really meant for damage.
Meant for wheeling and dealing.
It sure is. I do not believe that the Wing Raptor is weak to anything I can do. Go back to World 1.
I do love the
that's
casting.
wonderful.
Pss, 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 pss.
So the Wing Raptor is vulnerable to death, poison, blind, old, sleep, paralyzed, confused, berserk, silent, stop, and slow. Which is interesting. I don't know if you could do any of that to him with the stuff you have available at the start of the game. I mean, you're only supposed to have Freelancer.
Yeah,
so-
you're just supposed to be attacking everything as you go through. It's kind of supposed to be the tutorial fight for holding your ATB.
There we have Bubsy and we have Gex. This is like Steven Cedricer from runs. Oh yeah, that was last year. I did the Dark Chronicle
Yeah.
naming convention.
Steve.
So here, Arrow goes along Bubsy and Gex. I'm probably gonna get to level 4 and then go back down to the pot. See, there's a little cat. Get my my MIPs back. He actually does have more magic defense than physical defense. Up through the wall? Yeah, it is a Typhoon 750 run, so it is almost by nature is going to be
almost impossible not to be broken.
Yeah, I feel like what would be the worst 750 team?
Geo's 750, right?
Yes,
Geo. Okay, so the Geo would be in one of those slots.
Yeah, but
even then, like, you'd be fine. Like,
Geomancer, when combined with another magic class, is actually pretty decent because that magic class gets Gaia.
Yeah.
Which goes off your magic
stat. Off a real magic stat.
So you get basically free magic.
Yep.
So it's very helpful and especially in specific areas. You get more powerful wind slashes and stuff, which is pretty good.
It'd have to be Bard start, right?
Well, Bard start is by far the worst start, but
right, then, I'm just saying, to find, like, a bad 750 run generally.
Yeah, but then Bard is, like...
incredible once you get Song.
Yeah, one of the best classes in the game at the end, so... like... gonna save state. Another thing I have to get to level 5 to beat this guy, but... no, hi.
Nah! Well, how about these guys? You have to get to level 5 to beat them.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Incoming! How much damage we do? Better than attacking with these guys, but yes. His magic defense is actually, no, it's not a pre-selected team. It was randomly drawn. I did perhaps maybe swap out, the positions of white and black so I didn't have to do a white magic start, but...
There's been some fluffing around, but...
No, it's fine. I drew I drew red and then replaced it for black, but that's the only one I did. Because yes. I did red mage last time, and then I got Bard.
750 is like magic classes only, and yeah.
I always look at my jobs in advance, because I like knowing what I do and don't have to buy.
Should be grabbing as you go.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
And, you know, you've done like 100 runs of this for the Fiesta,
only like 60.
Like 100 runs of this. It rounds up.
Oh, and that's a pretty aggressive rounding up.
Watch out, he's turned into a fuzzy cocoon.
When he's shielding, you're not supposed to hit him. I don't know if magic is exempt from that.
We could do science. Gallop's like, hold my beer.
Like,
okay, it turns out when you do that, he dies.
We'll never
there you go.
We'll never know. Alright, fair enough. He does give job points, despite the fact
that you won't have a job.
You won't have jobs.
You're not a dirty cheater.
If you're not a dirty cheater, yeah. It's very funny. I do enjoy that. Hey, do you want to get an item that most people don't know about?
I would love to get an item that most people don't know about.
Yeah, a lot of people do not know about.
I would love to get back attacked.
Yeah, I also do love getting back attacked. A lot of people do not know about the staff in the Wind Shrine. I think more and more people know about it now, but it was definitely one of those things where people were like, what the fuck, there's a chest down there? There's a chest down here. Especially because if you come down, you're not going to see it. You just come straight down there. And if you don't have a thief, which you won't because you're about to get the jobs here, you can't see secret passages. Yeah, it's absolutely faster to play Freelancers for the Wing Raptor fight.
But consider the, like, 20 job points she got.
But consider all the job points I've gotten by playing Black Mage until this point. I've gotten, like, 50. Between all of them.
Yeah, if we look at it really,
Yeah, I got Black 1 on everyone. It's more fun to fight the Wing Raptor with whatever job I've been given, even if it makes it terrible. Like, I feel like the only one that I'd probably recommend, actually maybe two, bards don't do it. You don't have access to knives yet, like buying knives yet, so killing Wing Raptor with a bard start, wretched. Don't do that. I think chemists, I don't know if they have mixes yet that can do, you can buy items at the shops, some of them. I don't know if there are any, I don't think there are any mixes that are any good for him. There is a mix that's decent for Magissa. I think you can silence her.
I believe so, yes.
Or confuse her. There's something you can do to her with a chemist.
It kind of just shuts the fight off.
Yeah, which makes the fight not as wretched as it is for Bard.
Oh god, did we just become saviors of the universe?
You can get staffs on your white mages. I don't know how useful that is over punching. But hey, if you've got a class that say can, you know, set fire to him, he's fine. I mean, knights have a grand old time with them with their swords.
Whoop!
And monks punch him to death real fast.
Father.
Bye, give me my jobs I already have. Yum yum yum. My belly.
Well, the crystals don't know that.
Yeah, they do.
That you're a cheater.
I've been cheating for so long. I don't remember how not to cheat.
Honestly, it's kind of just like, if you're doing a lot of Fiesta runs,
I do a lot of Meteor.
the more fun to play.
Meteor is like my favorite run type. I've done 2 already this year. My first 2 runs were Meteor, then I did an Onion run for the Retro Achievement.
An Onion Runyon.
Yes, and then, which had an awful Omega fight, just garbage. Part of the reason, and this is normally, the 3rd or 4th run is normally the time I do my, Typhoon 750 run. I had a rubbish
I'm getting
run.
tired of this shit.
I had a rubbish set of jobs. I want to feel powerful. And considering I had dual casting summons last run, me still wanting to feel powerful, it says a lot about how hard the Omega fight was.
You fucking hated Omega.
It
You needed me to help
sucked.
with Omega.
It sucked nuts. I needed someone else to help me figure out how much damage I was doing to him. I had to concentrate on all the shit I had to do. I couldn't keep track of damage at the same time. It's like, oh, am I healing here? Am I casting Carbuncle? Or is Carbuncle about to run out? Do I need to be, just throwing out elixirs right now? What's he about to do? Ah, shit. I was thinking too hard. Bye. And I feel like the number of times I've played FF5, the Retro Achievements should just give me all the achievements for free.
It should, yeah. You should contact Retro Achievements and say, hello?
See all my Fiesta runs?
I've probably done all these things.
It is very funny. There is a achievement for beating Arceus in one form, and the people there don't seem to know about the Beastmaster way to do it.
Right.
They use the Monk way to do it, which is get him down to nearly dead and then counter, which also skips it. But the Beastmaster is way to kill him in one form is extremely free.
Yeah.
And I do it every time. It's just that good. I'm about 99% certain I've showed it off on stream before. I've had Beast twice. I would be surprised if one of those runs did not show off the Clapper Claw Form 1 death you can do with Beastmaster. My first run this year was dreadful. Beastmaster was at Saving Grace, and what it was Beastmaster, Monk, Geo, Dragoon. Of course it was Dragoon. I've been given Dragoon. One of the reasons it's 750 is I've been given Dragoon 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that to be possible again.
You could not dare Gilgaboth to do another one.
Dragoon is not a terrible class. I just don't want it a 4th time. Thank you. So yeah, that was another reason for the 750. But yeah, that run relied so hard on Beastmaster shenanigans. Just, there was nothing else to that run without it. Like, I like Geo more than most people do. Because when it's good, it's really, really good.
But it's also, it kind of fills in gaps.
When it's bad, it sucks nuts.
Yeah. You know, it's not going to do everything on its own, but it will support other ones who can get the job done with things they find painful.
I just win slash on Ned, which was really my only source of AoE after I blasted Ned with a bunch of dragons. And Wind Slash is truly excellent, but, yeah, no, a bad team. Then I had the powerhouse that is Blue and Chemist. Which is so ridiculous. I mean, the thing is, I had Chemist and Monk, so I was trying out making monks actually useful, and a good way to make monks useful is give them levels, and that is something Chemists can do. Chemists can give monks levels. The problem was I also had Blue Mage, and Blue Mage is just... Blue Mage doesn't need to be...
It doesn't need the Chemist's help.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be drugged.
It doesn't need PEDs.
Blue Mage was just so good, I had to actually blag a boss fight so that I could try out the monk stuff, because every other boss fight I had an answer to with Blue Mage. Blue Mage, the answer to everything.
Alright, so Ferris is firing her pirates.
Yep. I think Blue Mage might, on its own, be the most...
Probably.
Versatile and powerful class in the game.
And, you know, it's because they gotta work for it.
Like, there are parts of the game where Chemist sucks, but there are very few parts of the game where Blue Mage sucks.
Has nothing they can be doing, yeah. I mean, Chemist hates the pyramid.
Yeah,
and the pyramid
100%.
fucking sucks, so, like, it really stands out.
Yeah. The Chemist's best move is a drain.
Which means undead things.
Yeah, so, which kills you against undead things. So, and the pyramid's full of undead things. Anyway, Gal's still got amnesia. In this run, we have black magic, which is incredibly strong.
Galuf has been encircled.
So, I think, like, Typhon 750 specifically, 750... Magic is just straight up more powerful than physical in this game.
Well, physical has very few ways to do all attacks, you know? There's a few spread around across all the classes, and almost all of them kind of suck.
I think Samurai is probably the, like, kind of closest to being, like,
a physical class with an all attack.
Yeah, because of Xananage.
Yeah.
Which also is bad against anything that has really high physical defense. Because it's based on attack minus defense, times by 150, lose all your money too. But Samurai's really good class. It also has the instant death attack.
Yep.
I think Samurai is probably the closest to just being a banger magic class.
Yeah, in all of the physical classes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically like, there's a lot of physical classes that are quite good at doing a lot of damage to a single target.
Yes.
But, like, generally speaking, don't really have that much else.
No.
Black Mage can just do a shit ton of elemental damage to a single target, or do a shit ton of elemental damage to the field.
And when
quite
it gets
easily.
Flare now has shit tons of non-elemental damage.
Yeah. You
to a
know,
single
like,
target.
Generally speaking, the magic classes can kind of just do what the physical classes can. And then also Dancer counts as a magic class, so they don't even get to call Sword Dance their
They
own.
had to, really the 750, no 750 split had to be even. It had to have 2 Earth jobs.
Right.
That's the real reason why Dancer
is
a 750. Because
I always kind of wondered
otherwise
that.
it would just be Chemist.
Yeah.
And then you would always get Chemist from a 750.
Right. Ha!
Because it's Dragoon, Samurai, Chemist, Dancer, and your Earth Crystal, yeah.
So you kind of had to pick the other one to be the magic
And
class.
Dancer is probably, like, being so fragile, and, like, sword dancing kind of random, is the closest to, like, a magic class.
In a way, being a samurai in a fantasy world is pretty magical.
I'm gonna see if I run out of MP before we kill
Carl
Boss. Monks have kick, which is much better in the Pixel Remaster version because it is affected by your strength and level. So Chemist can boost the damage of kick.
Ooh.
In specifically the Pixel Remaster version, kick has its own damage formula. In the other versions, which is not affected by level, I'm pretty sure. At least there's something about the Pixel Remaster version that makes kick
actually good.
Yeah. It is very, very bad. In the GBA version. But yeah, Sonic Dancer is $750 because...
Yeah, because it kind of has to be.
Stop it.
I guess for anyone who doesn't know, the reason it's called $750 is because rods cost $750.
Yes, rods cost $750.
And this will be relevant after we get out of the graveyard.
Sure will. And it'll be relevant when we get to Karnak. We can't buy rods until then. I mean, I guess actually we'll get rods. You're right, we will get rods on the Garula.
But to be fair, you are correct that it's
they're bought in Karnak.
Yeah.
Carl
for $750.
Bye, Carl Boss. Sweet to lightning. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, this is really the reason I decided to do black start instead of white start, despite the fact I drew a white start, because white is fucking miserable.
And boring.
And boring.
You're not gonna die, but boy howdy, you're not gonna kill anyone.
It's not hard, because you have Cure.
Yeah.
And after this, when you go the next time, you'll have Protect.
Yeah.
So you're safe as fucking houses.
So they're not doing any damage to you, but you're not doing any damage to them.
So Carboss is probably the most miserable fight, because after this fight we get the flail, and at least the flail is good. Yeah.
You have one attacker who can do anything.
But Carboss, you just need to be like level 8, and then punch it to death. Yeah. Yeah, no, 750 is not how many job points, because every job has a different number of job points, and...
Red Mage means 999 just for dual cast.
Sure does, and boy, that was fun. I can tell you how many job points I needed, in order to master every job in this run. Make sure this is, correctly summing up everything, yes. So in order for all 4 jobs, right, I need a total of 2,015 points. One person has to get that many job points to master all jobs. That's not too bad. It's a little high. 2,000 is definitely on the high side, and that's because of all the mages. Certainly Black Mage is like 450 for their final one. It's really expensive. My last run that had Thief, Red, Summoner, Dragoon, it needed 3,144 job points on... Each individual person needed that many job points to master everything. And they did! They mastered everything! Because I had to grind to level 80 fucking 2 for Omega, so... You know. That's Red Mage for you. I'll do it. But yeah, generally speaking, my second run, which is Blue Monk, Free and Chemist, is only 1680 because of Freelancer.
Yeah, for the record, the physical jobs are all like perfectly fine except Monk.
Monk's bad. Thief is good utility, but as a job itself,
right, in battle, isn't doing much
for you. The best thing about Thief is it gets Mug, which is a way to get around the chicken knife.
Right.
Flea proc.
Yep.
So Mug is decent, but basically you like Thief abilities without actually like having a thief because their stats are pretty garbage.
Kind of in the same way as Geo.
But you can steal some really good equipment early, which is nice.
Yep.
You can steal a Twin Lance long before you get to Excess Castle. The statue in Gal's Basement have a Twin Lance as their rare steal, so... And a Twin Lance for most of World 2, which is nice. Also good on a thief, makes them much more viable. I don't really... Hi. I can't remember if they're weak. Stop it, you. One thing I do miss about Thief, I didn't have any fucking back attacks to deal with last run. So those ghosty guys have really annoying resistance.
You're gonna grind knives here?
No, I was just going back to heal.
Okay.
Which is definitely needed now. Skeletons weak to fire. No, these guys don't have any weaknesses or absorption. Fall out and fire. Just have a bit of magic defense. yes. If you have a thief, you can steal mithril knives from the wyverns, or wyverns, if you want to do the proper term, in the tower before Gorilla. Do not kill Faris. I will fucking...
I think that did any damage.
Yeah, it did damage. Oh, you're right, that's not doing any damage, so the guide is wrong, huh? Yes, they are. They're resistant to fire. I knew they were resistant to something, which is why I was confused when the guy is like, absorbs nothing. Resists nothing. They absolutely do resist fire. Good to know. Sometimes guides be wrong. I knew it. I knew there was something. That's why I went and had a look. I was like, nah, there's something to do with these guys. But anyway, in No 750, not only do you not get to break rods, which is a really good way to deal with a lot of bosses in World 1.
Most bosses do not like taking an Aga to the face.
It also... You do get your jobs like, Thief and Monk, which are just kind of bad. I don't like Monk.
You hate Monk.
Fucking despise Monk, man.
You think Monk deserves the hate that Geomancers get.
Oh, I absolutely do. Yeah, I mean, Monk gets a lot of hate. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Beastmaster is probably my favorite No 750 job.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of the only No 750 job that's got real fucking
That's got sauce.
Dragoon is kind of dookie too. I
think Dragoon's more boring than anything.
It is incredibly boring. The problem with Dragoon is there's no synergy.
Yeah.
Like you can give equipped lances to someone.
Woo!
They can't jump with it, which is the thing that lances are good for, that you get the double damage off of jump. You'd have to give both, which only, like, freelancers and mimes can get. Oh no, freelancers don't even need equipped lances, because they can just equip lances. Mimes might need equipped lances, and jump, or can mime jump, but it's kind of a fucking faff. So yeah, the thing about Dragoons is they just don't... They do their own thing.
Yeah.
But the problem is they are a tanky class that jumps away.
Yeah, that stops being able to block attacks. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah, if they did the pixel remaster formula for kicks damage in the GBA, I mean, they already did fix that, so that makes monks a lot better in general. I mean, the thing about monk is it doesn't really need to be fixed in that sense, in that monk is not kind of supposed to be a job you have at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not as clear-cut in this game like it is in 3, that some jobs are like upgrades of others, right? But I don't think it expects you to be using a monk the whole time.
Well, I think especially because it has the, like, HP plus 10% as its top-end thing or whatever.
30%.
Or, yeah, 30%. You're kind of meant to master the job and then put it on something fatter that can do more damage in a way.
It's a lot of help for beefing up your freelancer because you get the monk strength on your freelancer.
By default, yeah.
It's very much not meant to be a final job class, really.
Yeah, and it's like FF5 does less of that. But, like, not none.
And to be fair, I mean, it's the same with Thief. But Thief, you're kind of supposed to, like, master so that you get, like, the ability to steal and stuff.
Yep.
Or just bring it out when you
or just pull them out whenever you're fighting Gilgamesh.
It's not really meant to be a job you're gonna use on Ned, you know? Like, because there's no penalty for switching jobs, and you have 4 characters,
girl?
all of whom can learn other jobs, is like... Some jobs are less powerful than others, but are, like, more utility and stuff.
Yeah.
You're not expected to stay with Geomancer in places where Geomancer sucks.
Yeah, Geomancer is very much meant to be a switch to this job when there's a lava floor, switch to this job when you get bottomless bog. If you're a knower, you get bonuses from it. If you're not, you're like, nah, this kind of sucks.
Chemist isn't really a class you're supposed to stick with. You're supposed to kind of learn Mix and move on.
Yeah. Old man's concussed. Not like he could forget more things.
Like, Monk is definitely like, I am an early physical job.
Yeah. It is funny because the Wind Crystal jobs really are either you're meant to replace this or you're meant to use it for the entire game, you know?
Well, the thing I feel about, like, normally what I would do is I would have someone that learns, like, white, black, and then, like, summon.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you know, has whichever ones are suited for the situation.
Yeah.
So there's definitely kind of like this line where it's like, you know, use what's good for you right now.
Yeah.
But also, like, white and black are good enough to take through the whole.
Yeah. Like, I definitely feel like Samurai specifically is kind of like the upgrade physical class. Like, it makes you wait until you have the Earth job.
Yes, I think it's really Samurai is kind of supposed to replace both Knight and Monk.
Yeah. Because it kind of does both of their jobs better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't get the cover, but who cares? They're dead.
But, like, the good thing about FF5 over FF3 is that even the bad classes are very usable.
Yeah, they'll have things you can do with them that'll make them shine more.
Any job combination can beat the game.
And it's why you were like, oh god, am I gonna roll away this monk when you got it the second time, and then talked yourself into it with Chemist?
Well, when I re-rolled Dragoon, because I got, basically my run 1 had Monk and Dragoon, and then my second run it gave me Monk and Dragoon.
And you're like, oh,
again,
fuck.
And I was not fucking happy, right?
Yeah.
So I was gonna roll away both, and then I did a random re-roll on Dragoon and got Chemist, and
it was like, I could make this work.
hang on.
I'll try this out at least.
Chemist Monk is a combination I had before I didn't really, like, do anything with, and, like, leveling up your Monk is actually, you know, really good.
So let me try this out.
But then I had blue, so
it's not like it was, you know, you did much with it, but it's at least still, it's that kind of thing where, like,
nice, yeah.
Every job gets the chance to be the hero in some situation in this. And I think that is, like, one of the things that makes FF5 generally and the Fiesta more specifically
it's kind of how I feel
quite
about
cool.
Beastmaster, in that if I ever run with, I mean, blue for a start, but if I ever run with basically, like, anything, like, magic, if I had, like, say this was, like, Black Time, Beast, Bard, my Beastmaster would not be used anywhere near as much as the other three classes. Nowhere near as much as he was used in my run where I had Monk, Geo. And, you know, because Beastmaster was the only thing that could do anything to bosses.
Yeah.
Beastmaster was my fucking goat when it came to bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Just, like...
Beastmaster kind of is the savior of a non-750 run by, like, a wide margin. If you need to find a bag of bullshit for any given boss, Beastmaster can do it.
Yeah, but because it's such a hassle to catch things, if I have the power without having to go to a specific area and, like, kill him, get a monster, get it down to exactly, like, an eighth of its health or a little under, which is very difficult for some of these guys, because they only have, like, 100 health. And then catch it, and then hopefully remember to not release it by accident, a thing I've done more than once. If I can beat bosses without having to grapple with that system, I will. Oh, yeah. And I do.
Oh, yeah.
So, I love Beastmaster, but they are... Yeah, they can either be the most powerful job in my non-750 run, or the least powerful job in my 750
Or the most inconvenient job.
Yes, yes.
In a run that can do magic. They can solve any problem, but they don't promise it'll be easy or fun.
Trying to get a Bandersnatch to, like, 12 health is... Wretched. Wretched. Not much to say about this run going on so far. I have Black Mage blasting everything to death.
She's gonna become undead and you're not even gonna give a shit.
Nah. The lag on this scene in the GBA version is incredibly funny.
Too many sprites.
too many things.
It's very funny now playing a ton of SNES games, and how in SNES games, like, the lag was kind of just a given. Like, of course we're gonna put too many things on screen. Of course it's gonna slow way down.
The thing is, like, it kind of just looks like it's slow for dramatic effect. In this scene, you don't realize it's slowed down unless you, like, are looking for it specifically.
Well, there were times where it, like, you know, like, where the fact that it slowed down was used on purpose, essentially.
Slap everyone, yeah, that'll bring them back to their senses.
We're going full Gundam, sir. Fine, have your souls back. I'll just eat you the normal way. Edie.
This form is more weak to physical attacks. Interesting. Question. What have I got on?
A knife!
Dagger. Well, we'll see how much we do. The undead form is really where the,
where you start blasting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah, I mean, I knew. Good, waste your time healing so that you didn't even do any damage to you.
Haha, you fool.
Ah, fuck.
Ooh!
Yeah, this is gonna do.
That's not zero.
It's not zero.
That's not zero.
It's not zero, though. There we go. This is where...
You fool!
Now has no
Stupid.
magic. Now has no magic defense and a weakness to fire.
Knuckles' voice, oh no. If it isn't the largest numbers we've seen so far.
She has a lot of physical defense, so physical teams will do less damage, but if you are... Your knights and monks will probably overcome that anyway, but if you're, like, got thieves and stuff, potions hurt her in this form because she is undead. She is unfortunately heavy, so you cannot Phoenix down her, though, but...
That's for later.
Bam. And so the shield I can't use.
Yay.
Woo!
No.
Nuh-uh. Oh. The children are teasing him.
Mm-hmm. As he deserves.
A much lower level than I would be if I had White Mage.
Yeah.
That's mostly it. White Mage just has to get to higher levels to do damage.
Do anything.
I don't know if you guys. Find out, shall we? You can also do AoE magic, which I've not really been doing. It does split the damage quite significantly, as you can see. Only did 15 damage to that guy. Farrah says, no MP left. I can't get the Brave Blade, so I should probably just start running for points. Not that I'm using the chicken knife. This team does not have a good chicken knife user, so oh. One guy, I can kill one guy. It's weird. Really, the problem to start looking for Black Mage is just the complete lack of MP. My max MP is so pissed. It's at 50 now, at least.
Ah, this wonderful music.
You listen to this music a lot because of me.
Oh, I know. I listen to all of this game's music a lot because of you.
I think the main reason why 750 is better than no 750 is that 750 has more of the jobs that can triple crown the game.
Yes, and you love your triple crowns.
I do. I mean, that's why I grinded to level fucking 80 to beat Omega on my last run. I wanted my fucking triple crown. There's my Frost Rod. He's got the most agility. Over. I got the Frost Rod. You've seen to amplify the power of the water crystal. How do we get to walls? There are no ships running. And our ship is fucking dead. Sildra's dead, don't you know?
Rip Sildra.
Faris is sad about it.
Oh, I can't believe Sildra's fucking dead.
I don't know, I think because FF5 is my favorite of all of the
Pixel.
Yeah, the Pixel remasters that like and just what early Final Fantasies in general. Oh shit. I didn't play the piano in the first time.
Oops.
Remind me when I get the dragon.
I'll do my best.
The only thing I could have gone was gone to the pirate cave with the ship. I kind of prefer to do it with the dragon.
Right, because you can just land right there.
Yeah, it's a little easier than the ship, but and also because you can go Tycoon at the same time. But if you need some early items and some money, a really good way to go is to just go move the ship back over to the pirate hideout. Oh, your dragon looks sort of dragon-like.
Kind of dragony.
I have to think about whether I'm gonna use my rod on Mikasa or not. I shouldn't
Wink?
have to. But a little level, we'll see.
You can make that decision when the time comes.
No, I feel like, yeah, I just love this soundtrack because I just love this game.
Yeah. And I'm certainly most familiar with this out of all of them.
More cotton robes, please. Daggers just in case. Items. Probably need items. I don't have any white magic at the moment. I have the magic. I don't have the white mage at the moment. Use a few antidotes for no reason whatsoever. Gold needles just in case. And then who needs money? Alright, on to North Mountain where we're gonna get a dragon. Hopefully.
Yay!
Yes, now that I have the Frost Rod on Faris, her blizzards will do more damage. I'm not sure what the next M is. And my damage, I'm not sure is enough to Zerg make us down right now. Ideally, I want to keep my Frost Rod for Garula, though. I can get a Fire Rod, but it's a 1 out of 16 drop from a specific monster in the tower. My main hope is I just get a couple of levels on the way up the mountain. How am I doing for that? Oh, I fell in love with Final Fantasy V on the PlayStation 1. That was also my first time playing a lot of the old Final Fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Anthology and the Origins, 1, 2, 4, 5, and then 6 on its own. I didn't get 3. 3 was not released on PlayStation 1 in the UK, as far as I know.
I don't believe 3 was released, like, at all.
Yeah, I basically didn't get anything, yeah.
2 and 3,
Until the DS version, I think.
2 and 3, I think, did not exist outside of Japan.
No,
for a
2
long
was
time.
definitely in Origins. Because I played 2 on the PlayStation 1 and I hated it.
At original release.
Yes, at original release, yeah.
Because 4 is 2.
Yes.
And this is Final Fantasy 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, Final Fantasy 3 was 6, wasn't it?
I think so.
So this one also didn't exist.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, when they brought it to like PS1, they still didn't like port over 3.
They had this much better version of it.
True.
Called Final Fantasy V.
I mean, I agree. Yeah, because the DS version is very different from the original. The Pixel remaster is definitely.
He was a lot closer.
Oh yeah. I think those rocks. Other ones are weak to lightning. I'm not sure what these will. Ah, the slugs are weak to fire. Got it. They are weak to lightning. I thought they were. Even with the blizzard rod, it's still better to do a weakness. Weakness does so, well. One of the big things the weakness does, it's not just double damage. Hitting a weakness negates all defenses.
Right. It cancels defense, which is huge.
It's why Omega, despite having ridiculously high defense, if you use lightning on him, it does lots of damage because it puts his defense to 0 or magic defense to 0 if it's magic. So hitting a weakness is incredibly strong.
Generally correct.
Considering going out. Yeah. These guys do not have a weakness.
How could a cat wearing a wingsuit have a weakness?
Well, he's immune to Earth, but yeah. No.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Hard to tell which black mage you're on at any given point.
I don't think it would have killed, so it's fine. Varus is down too. Yeah, like I got Carbon Leonard or Varus. I mean, that's just interesting. I've definitely gone up an M. I'm doing more damage. So, the thing about how damage works in this game is every kind of thing you do has a damage formula. I think I went and got the chest down there.
You did.
Yeah. But almost all have this multiplier called M, which is based on either strength or magic, depending on what the skill is, to some sort of ratio with your level. And then it goes up in integer values, so if your M is like 1.7, it'll be 1.
Right.
So once you get high enough levels, you go up an M, and that's a multiplier effect. So you'll see that instead of doing about 50 base damage, I'm now doing about 80.
Yep. It basically makes it so that when you do actually go up in numbers, it's generally quite dramatic.
Yeah.
Especially early on. Like, going from 40 damage to 80 damage is unmistakable, essentially.
That's really what I wanted. I needed to go up another M before Magissa, and I wasn't sure if it would be level 8 or 9.
Yep. Slide around these flowers, show Lena how it's done.
Because the thing about Magissa is she calls in Forza.
Forza Horizons, yep.
But at a certain point of her health, if you can rush her down, like get her to just above that, and then rush her down
then start
before,
blasting.
You can just kill her very often. Fighting Forza. Which is preferable, because Forza is a pain in the ass. But I enjoyed playing all the Pixel Remaster versions when they came out on the PlayStation, the Platinum and all. FF3 is not good, but it is interesting. FF2 is also interesting and very bad.
Well, especially as like a first draft for this game, FF3, like, it's really neat to see what was in there and then the things that they changed in it.
Yeah,
And Ferris get a hell yeah.
It's generally
Wow.
such a prototype for
She's
this
dead
game.
now.
For all that, like, you know, Monk is a class that probably is going to be replaced, you can still use Monk at the end of the game. It's not completely useless. Just mostly. Monk can survive Almagest, which is very easily, which is not to be underestimated as an ability, frankly. Almagest is awful. I'm not gonna have to worry about that. The 300 health, so I need 3. I mean, the thing about Monk being great if you have a bard. Thing is, the thing I discovered, the same thing with Monk Chemist. The bards can also raise levels. You know what else does great if you have a bard? Every single other class in the game. Monk is very much not unique in being really good if you have a bard. I think ultimately that's my big problem with Monk, is that, yeah, leveling up Monk did make Monk's damage really, really good. So did leveling up my Blue Mage. Leveling up my Blue Mage made Eroga do a lot of damage.
The term for this in a, like, competitive game is they win more. Where, like, yeah, if you're already in a situation where you're winning.
FF5, got it.
If you're already in a situation where you're winning, this will help you win more, but it won't. Boo.
Oh.
Ooh.
Fuck me. Alright.
Ow, the big suck.
Yeah, that. Oh, it's not great for me when that happened.
He fucking hates Lena.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think I figured it out. I may just have to kill her. Let Forza come out and then deal with that. Forza is vulnerable to sleep, so I can at least
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
tell him to shut the fuck up, yeah. And Forza's not that bad with Black Mage, frankly, because you can sleep.
Well, you sleep, but you can only really punch one person, right?
Yeah, so though you can punch them pretty fucking hard, but now he's asleep, he should stay asleep.
Yes, because these are not physical attacks.
But mainly the thing is not landing the sleep. And then he punches you because you are fragile.
I do wish this game had better indicators for when, like, a status effect actually landed.
Oh, you can tell when it landed, the clouds came up.
Yeah.
If the animation does not go off, the status effect did not work.
Right, I mean, now, for
Oh,
example.
but it's
you know,
still
the fact
on.
that he is currently asleep.
Yes, there is no indication that someone is currently asleep or currently stopped or anything like that for the
Yes.
enemies, yeah.
But yes, when it gets applied, you know, but...
You kind of just have to know that sleep... Confuse it, you can.
Yes,
because
Confuse flips them.
The sprites are flipped, but yeah, sleep...
But it's like the only one.
Sleep, you just have to know that they will not wake up as long as you don't back them physically.
Yep.
They will literally sleep forever. Sleep never wears off.
Unless you give him a good bap on the head.
Alright, we got our whip.
A whip.
It's good to get a whip, it might not drop. That's a lie, it's 100%. It's a reference to a guide that's like, make sure you get the whip drop, even though the whip drop is an 100% drop. It is a particularly bad guide that everyone likes to make fun of.
But it's not your favorite bad guide, the freelancer guide?
I think it might be the freelancer.
Oh! Fair enough.
I think it could be that guy. We all like to make fun of that guy because it's so bad.
If you don't know, the freelancer guide on, like, freelancer is only guide
Solo
on
guide, yeah.
GameFAQs
Yep.
is
Wretched.
terrible. Like, it misses so many of the things that actually make freelancer, like, one of the better jobs in the game on its own.
Yep, mm-hmm.
Mostly that it can use any weapon, which means that it gets every weapon effect.
Gets the death sickle. The guy does not know about the death sickle. If you're a freelancer, get a death sickle. If you're a berserker, get a death sickle. If you have more than one, get as many as you can hold.
Yeah. Stop what you're doing right now and go get a death sickle.
Go to Crescent Island, get a death sickle.
Book a ticket.
No, it's very funny. The guy's like, ooh, the whip might not drop, but it's an 100% drop, which is incredibly funny. I do believe it does have the classic gift because this boss is easy. I'm not going to give you a strategy. I think it has that for like the final boss of the game or something. Like
So is this when you can go back to the town?
Yes, I can go back to the town. I can go back to Tycoon, the Pirate's Cove.
And Piano Flex.
And I did forget to Piano Flex. I forgot I have a bard.
SMH.
One of the reasons I like to know what my classes are is so that I can know if I need to Piano Flex in town. And then I forgot to. And then I forgot to go into the pub at all. If I'd gone in the pub, I would have remembered to Piano Flex, but I forgot to go into the pub. And so when I saw the piano in the other town, I was like, oh yeah, I need to play every piano. I didn't come in.
I have already missed a piano.
I didn't come into the pub, and I was like, shh.
It's because Faris also has to enjoy the dancers.
It's true. Faris didn't get to enjoy the dancers last time. Did I have someone else up front?
Why not?
Alright, who'd you want up front?
Galuf.
Galuf, you got it.
Them ladies are going at it.
Yes, the pianos are not missable.
Mm-hmm.
None of the towns with pianos in them are voided by at the end of the game.
Spoilers.
Yeah. I've played this game a few times on stream. It's a very old game. I think we can spoil it. I think it's fun.
No respect for the viewer who is younger than the game and hasn't played it.
Please. But yes, the pianos are not missable, but it can be a real pain in the ass to at the end of the game. You go to the place where you get the reward for all the pianos and then you don't get it and you're like, fuck!
Oh.
What fucking piano did I miss? And it's usually Jackal. Jackal is usually the piano I missed. Why do I forget to go to the piano in Jackal? I don't know. It's just the one that I tend to miss.
Sorry, Jackhole.
Sorry for catching spoilers all over the place. In my defense, the story is not at all what you're here for. You're playing this game.
Spoilers! These bats have huge nutsacks.
But no, some summons are missable. If you again, like the thing I like to know, am I gonna have a summoner because a couple of the fucking summons are missable? I like to know all my jobs in advance so that I know, especially if I'm gonna get like a chemist, that's like my Earth job. I don't like to grind after getting the Earth job before going to World 2 because I don't have Galuf with me. And I hate being uneven. Do you know how much it hurts me? The pyramid hurts me deep inside for various reasons. And the fact that you only have 3 party members, oops, I hit the switch, is absolutely one of the biggest reasons why it hurts me deep inside to do the entire pyramid. I like my characters to be even in levels and job points, and this game doesn't allow you, but like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to grind when I'm down a party member, if I don't have to. So, if I'm gonna get a chemist, I like to know early, so that I can go do, like, grind out my 99 turtle shells before, losing my party member. Things like, dancer as well. If you have a thief, it's good to know if you're gonna get a dancer because Thief has the Lamia's tiara it can steal in World 1, and if you don't
want that.
If you don't get it in World 1, it's not until World 3 that you get a chance to get a sword a bit of gear that gives you like 2 times as many sword dances. A thing that literally doubles your fucking dancer's damage output and makes Dancer incredibly good. Is the sword dancing kit, and you can get one in World 1. But otherwise, it's a completely useless helmet that's not really worth the trouble trying to steal because it's a fucking rare steal as well. It's in the fucking ass to get. So I don't want to get it unless I'm gonna have a dancer, so... Alright, so the Pirate's Cave has a little bit of treasure in it. You can get it with the ship. The stuff in Tycoon you cannot get until you have the dragon.
You have to be able to go over the meteor.
You have to go over the meteor, otherwise you just walk into the meteor. I'm gonna ignore the Chancellor. Gallup doesn't want to talk to the Chancellor right now.
God, no.
Gallup wants to loot the castle first.
Boring old man.
Let's steal some cottages.
They're royals, they can afford it.
It's very funny. This is also very missable. The Tycoon stuff, there's 3 cutscenes you can get in here at various points in World 1. And if you don't get them within certain windows, you will miss them.
Yep.
Technically, the 3rd scene is the most missable, because if you don't come in between the times between the 1st and the 3rd, you will get the 2nd in place of the 3rd one. But yeah, they're all...
So you have to have done the 2nd one and then also come back for the 3rd one.
And then come back at the time for the 3rd one, yeah. If you miss the slot for the 2nd one and come back when the time slot for the 3rd one comes up, you get the 2nd one instead of the 3rd one. You can miss this one. Because this is about, like, Lana being like, "You're my sister, Faris," and Faris is like, "No." And then at a later point in World 1, Faris is like, "Yeah, we're sisters." So, like, you know, you can't get this cutscene about them, not knowing about sisters. So this one is also very missable. It's got the biggest time window, though, I think, because I believe the point where they go, "We're sisters," is when you're going to Crescent.
I believe that's right.
I think it's actually, yeah, when you get warped.
Back to it.
Yeah. When you've gone to go find out about the Earth Crystal.
Yeah.
So it's like after the fire job, after Crescent.
Just before the
when
airship.
When you cross the desert with a sandworm,
Yeah.
And then come in, you know, that's when they do it. So it's like, it's the biggest window by far.
Hi, potion.
Alright. Continue to loot the castle. Kind of just what you do when you go to castles in this game, is you just take everything that they've put in pots. I mean, they really should stop putting their stuff in pots. It makes it so easy for me to just steal it.
Yeah. Well, what kind of sicko would just reach into a pot, take out whatever's in there?
I mean, the princess of this castle.
What kind of freak?
Why are you keeping your shit in pots?
So that no one steals it.
I mean, it makes it very stealable, that's all I'm saying. Especially putting an elixir in here. I feel like something as valuable as an elixir shouldn't just put in a random pot. Anyone can just walk along and pick it up. It's kind of like that thing about Link always smashing pots wherever he goes. And FF5, it's just like, yep, go to a new town, go to castle, steal all the shit that isn't nailed down. Go in the secret room, get healing staff, which is not going to be helpful for me in this run.
Yay!
Because I have white
or your
mage,
diamond bell, or your...
my Ashura, yeah. If you have a samurai, you now have probably the most powerful weapon in World 1. On your hands right now.
It's so funny that you get a katana here and, like, you have one crystal.
You can buy this after the fire crystal and the library. When you get access
the game just really wants to give you a katana
when
that
you get
can't
access
use.
to the ship, you can sail all over the world, you can go to Jackal and you can buy this. So that's like ages away. It's very funny. Alright, we've looted the castle. I played my piano, I went to the Pirate's Cove. I guess it's time to go to Waltz.
Yay!
I'm gonna crack a rod over Gorula's skull.
Yay! I do.
No, I do. I like going to the castle first, because the castle has some money in it. I will also be cheating my way to an item. Another reason to play the GBA version.
Yes, if you don't know, when you restart the game via quick save,
the encounter stat presets.
There's basically like a thing in this game, if you're in an encounterable area, you're basically like guaranteed to get an encounter, or not to get an encounter for a certain number of steps after your last one.
There's like an internal counter that goes up depending on where you are.
Yeah.
By a certain number. So things like in the Guild Cave, it goes up by a stupidly high number, but you can reset it to 0.
Yeah.
Once it reaches, like, I guess, like, 256 or whatever,
you're guaranteed to get a fight.
An encounter.
And it's supposed to make it so that, like, you can't just step-to-step fight, but also you can't just get lucky and run 100 steps without a fight. Like, you know, guarantees you're getting a fight every X number of steps on average in any given area, but, you can cheat it.
In the GBA version specifically.
Yes. Yeah, it's specifically this quick save that resets the count to 0 when you load.
Little balls, I'm gonna go for the whole one. Yep.
Yeah, and you can kind of see, like, it's not a guarantee in either direction as you do it. Although, like, when you first restart, your first few steps are guaranteed to not have it.
Omega is hard. He's son of a bitch. What team have you got? I hate fighting him straight up. He sucks nuts. Maelstrom is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, that's pretty much the conclusion we came to.
Yeah, there's some money in here, in the pots down below and in the pots up here. So I like going here before I go to the town to buy stuff. Not that this team has much to buy, although the time magic is available in this town. There's no evidence that your crystal smashing will smash my water crystal.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Does sound like a skill issue.
Hey shit, what's that sound of a crystal shattering?
Yeah, this is a tale of us failing to rescue any crystals. I don't think we rescue a single crystal this whole game. I think they all smash.
Yep, as they should.
As they should. It's a potato. A potato has landed. A potato fell near the tower.
Potato? A potato?
A potat. I mean, if the crystals didn't shatter, we wouldn't get our jobs. Yeah, it's true. If the crystals don't shatter, jobs don't happen.
If the crystal doesn't shatter, then you don't get to be a cool samurai.
I also love this dramatic music, so like... Oh yeah, so dramatic, things happening.
Anyway. On the other hand, imagine shopping with that music going.
I mean, it could happen until you leave the castle. The funny thing for me is that, you know, it's when you, like, leave the room. It could keep going until you left the castle, and then the town music could be fine. What? Berserker, Ninja, Geo, and Blue. Okay, well, you have Blue. So you have access to being able to float people. Mighty Guard is a necessity. Not only does it have float to dodge Earthshaker, you get Shell with Mighty Guard, which halves the chances of being encircled. Incredible for dealing with his shitty fucking counters, right? You also have White Wind, which is really good for party-wide healings. You don't have to rely anywhere near as much on elixirs for healing. It's still gonna suck.
Berserker can do damage to him.
No, Berserker's not great. So the Rune Axe does damage to Omega because Axe does ignore 75% of defense. The problem is you still have to get through his evade with the Berserker. His, like, I don't remember how much it is, it's like 90-something% evade. So Berserkers don't hit him with their axes unless he is stopped. When an enemy is stopped, your hit rate goes to 100%. If not, good luck fucking hitting him with an axe. Technically, you have 1,000 needles. It is absolutely not the best way, not a great way to damage him with his 55,000 health. 1,000 damage each. You don't have... Yeah, absolutely, I would kill Berserk. One thing you can do is, one thing I did was I put Berserk on a different character who was doing damage. Because if you're doing physical damage, putting Berserk on them makes them do more damage. So I berserked my monk. I was doing my monk or my samurai. I might have been both, because I was fishing for crits. And that was good. For you, I'm not sure where the damage is gonna come from. Berserker is such a liability in that fight because it can't throw up items. For accessories, my personal go-to is Hermes sandals. You don't have a good way to reflect, though. The problem with reflect rings I've found is that you are very slow compared to him. So I did it recently with Thief, Red Mage, Summoner, Dragoon, which at least at level 80 had good damage against him. But could not survive any crit, so I had to do the search reflecting, and I tried reflect rings.
Is that the friend to all the children over there?
It is indeed. I tried reflect rings, but I was too... Oh, scrolls. Yeah. Thunder scrolls might be the way to go. It is a Typhoon 750 run, yes, I should put that up somewhere. I'm just thinking about how I would do a Berserker Ninja Geomancer Blue.
Blue Scrolls seems to be like
Blue
the only
Scrolls
actual source of damage.
Mighty Guard on White Wind on everybody. Kill your Berserker, they're useless to you. You want blue on everybody, I think. You want throw on your blue and blue on the other two, because I think you really want White Wind and Mighty Guard to deal with his counters. And then I think it's a matter of having enough levels to do damage with your scrolls. So that you don't need to survive as long. Yeah, surviving is absolutely the problem. Maelstrom is a son of a bitch. Shell will make Maelstrom less bad. Mighty Guard is 100% your go-to here. You need float and you need that shell on everyone in order to get silver specs. In order to try and take as little damage from his counters as possible. Because I don't think you have reflect apart from the reflect. The other thing you could try to do reflect rings and do the search stuff, but I don't think you have kind of the damage. I think it's a race, and I think it's going to be a race that needs a bunch of levels. I don't know exactly what the damage formula is for scrolls, though. It'll be in the algorithms guide. The lightning scroll will at least put his defense to 0, which is the very helpful thing, but because it's a scroll, it will do less damage than you would hope. Anyway, what am I doing? I don't want to fucking know. I'm gonna fight Gorilla, it's fine. Because I quick saved it went to final 1, I don't want to overwrite that. Don't want to overwrite Bubsy.
You can't remove Bubsy from the premises.
Can't remove Bubsy. I think Thunder Scrolls, not only do Scrolls are 100% hit, I'm pretty sure, but the Lightning will negate his defense, so I do think Lightning Scroll is absolutely your best source of damage here, and on your Blue Mage specifically. But,
classic.
I know. I ran into it. But yeah, you son of a bitch. You know weakness. I hate after. It's always the run after a thief run where I can now be back attacked. That hurts with the lightning. I knew you had a weakness. Sure. Yeah, we're talking about Omega with Berserker, Ninja, Geomancer, and Blue, which is not a team I would personally like to fight Omega with, but at least it has blue. It does have healing. When I did it with my Thief, Red, Summoner, Dragoon team, I basically only kept my Dragoon and my Summoner alive. I killed off, let my other two get killed off, and then used elixirs. Grinded out 99 elixirs and used those. Not a bad idea to grind out a bunch of elixirs for this fight. With using Mighty Guard and White Wind, you're gonna be low on MP, so you'll definitely want at least a good amount of elixirs. It's a good way to get levels as well. The level checkers in the Void, in the Ruins portion of the Void, have elixirs to drop. Relatively easy encounter too. It's a good place to grind both. The good thing about White Wind is because it's the health that you have, even though you get really high health by doing that, to the point where high potions are useless, White Wind should still be really good.
Right.
These guys are not weak to anything, like jerks.
The mighty Wyvern cannot be defeated.
It's true. I love him. These guys are the ones that have the knives, I think, if you have a thief.
Yes.
Take their knives. I don't know how much in the way of potions. We're fine. We're doing it live.
Who needs potions? You got magic.
Not me. So the Ricard mages who we have not seen, but do exist in this dungeon, drop fire rods when I was 16. So if you have blasted your rod on Magissa and you need another one for Gorilla, you can find one here.
You've got the rod bod.
We do love having the rod bod. And I'm not entirely sure if the rod is a one kill. It's been a bit.
Alright, time to kill Snuffleupagus. They're controlling you, aren't they?
No.
You, the mighty Garula.
I'll do one, like, round and then break the rod. I think the rod would just kill it outright, but I'm not 100% on that. Break that rod!
Or rack it over his head.
Ah, it would have been. He has 1200 health.
Nah.
Goodbye, Frost Rod.
You'll never see another one again.
Nope.
Or Frost Rod. So sad.
Absolutely. Bye, Gorilla. And bye, Crystal. Sure, the Pixel Remaster does make grinding easier. You can just turn up the EXP 4 times. And the money too if you want to buy elixirs. When I was grinding on this version. I went to the GBA bonus dungeon. And then I lost 5 levels because I got wiped at one point, which was fun. But yeah, I just killed off everyone other than my summoner and my dragoon and got them up to level 80 in there.
Red Mage. Hey, you should just like pop yourself up on the shelf and grab that one that's up there. It's just right over there. Just snatch it.
Nah, I'm not gonna grab it.
You should just go.
Nah,
it's right there. It's right there. Just come on.
No, we're staring.
Pop up there. Come on.
We're staring.
It's so close.
We can't. The column's in the way.
It's so close.
We can't do it.
Oh well. Bye, mime.
Bye, mime. I could turn it mime. We have mime.
Yeah, because you're a cheater.
I am a cheater, it's true.
Anyway, how to drown your dragon. Whoa! Sildra, you weren't dead. You were just avoiding me.
It's World 2 grinding spots. There's the statues, which I do enjoy. If I have Summoner, I prefer it, or Blue Mage, I prefer it, because when you don't have those, you don't have magic, you do have to, like, Golden Needle them, which is so fucking tedious. Blasting of Ramu or Thundaga is, like, really good. It's true, the statues don't do experience. Experience, the thing about it is that I find I generally don't need levels for the most part, despite the fact that levels come into play for, like, the
every damage you do. And
for the damage. Throughout most of the game, I find that my levels tend to be higher than most anyway, because I'm fighting all the random encounters and I don't tend to run from things. I really only was, I need to do appreciable damage to Omega, so I take fewer counters. It's like, really the only time I ever grinded for levels. I can't think of anywhere else where I've been like, damn, I just don't have the levels. Apart from, of course, your White Mage and your Bard starts. White Mage and Bard starts need to grind levels. Other than that, generally speaking, I don't know if I've ever, like, I've grinded out job points. But not levels. I'm not a low level runner, so like my levels tend to be pretty decent anyway. Alright. Just a second. We now have our second job in Time Mage, but I am going to input into my spreadsheet.
Let's go spreadsheet.
How many job points we've gotten in black on everyone.
Now's when you actually have to start looking at it.
Nah, it's just me. It's just my obsessive behavior, to be honest. Easier for me to keep track. Alright, okay. Looks like we still need more Black Mage job points than Time Mage by about 400, so I think we'll do one Time Mage.
I mean, seems pretty reasonable.
3 Black Mages. I haven't decided what job everyone's gonna be in at the end.
At the end, yeah.
Of course, the most adorable Black Mage is Krill, but
Obviously.
then also we have White Mage.
She's the free space.
And she's the most adorable White Mage.
She's the free space.
What?
You're doomed.
I'm doomed. Although Black and White Mage look good on everybody.
Yes.
I mean, the main thing is that Time Mage is
makes you look like a clown, yes.
You are absolutely a clown. Bard is fine on everybody.
Yep. I like Lena's Bard.
The good thing about it is that Bard takes the least experience.
Ah, okay, so Lena's kind of the default slot there anyway.
Usually when there's a job that I'm gonna have mastered on everybody long before all the other job.
That's Lena's job.
Lena gets that job, yeah.
I actually think I like her Bard sprite the most.
That's a lovely Bard sprite.
I can't remember what Krill's Bard sprite is, but...
I can rectify that.
She has all the sprites for the OBS scene, so she's just gonna show them to me.
Yeah, how do you think I made them?
Yeah. That's why I said for it.
So many things in here. Lena, there's Krill. I mean, Krill White is so adorable.
Yeah.
Undeniably. Alright. It's the headband one there.
Oh, okay.
It does not zoom in very well.
No.
But she's fine as a Bard.
She's fine.
But, yeah, you know. So, I think it really is like her Black Mage and her White Mage are utterly adorable. Like ridiculously adorable, right? So it's like one of those two for her. Even she looks dorky as a Time Mage. Well, she's kind of cute.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it should be Time Mage because it's the only Time Mage
that you don't hate looking at.
That is not completely ratchet. I mean, look at all of these. Ratchet.
What clown die for their country? Everyone who's ever died for their country is a clown.
You did it! Nice job! Nice job. Yeah, it really is like blue. If you're fighting Omega straight up, blue is really good.
Yeah.
Because Mighty Guard is so good.
Yep.
Blue and white, I think if you're fighting Omega straight up, having either of those makes it so much easier.
They're kind of the only way to mitigate a lot of his shit.
Kiraga and White Wind and Shell.
Yeah.
Are just Shell just stops so many things from hurting anywhere near as much. It like halves the, I think even more than halves the hit rate of a lot of spells. Because your Shell actually does affect Magic Evade, and so I really, like, Encircle and Maelstrom are nowhere near as nasty. It can still hit you.
Yeah.
But nowhere near as nasty. So it is like, and being able to party-wide heal is incredible. Like, having to heal individually with elixirs after every wave cannon sucks. And only having 99 of them, which is the real reason I had 2 people, was because, like, 2 people is a lot easier to elixir than 4 when you have a max of 99 You get 99 elixirs. You use them twice as fast when you're healing 4 people compared to 2.
That's maths.
Yeah, White Wind when Geo and From Scrolls of Blue. Yeah, I mean that is the thing about it. White Wind is absolutely like healing. Part of White healing is so useful in that fight. So yeah, I think I make Critical Time. But I guess in terms of Black Mage, we prefer Lana or Arrow, and then also in terms of White Mage. Kind of like Lena's Black Mage and White Mage for Arrow.
I think Lena's Black Mage is my favorite. Arrow's pants as Black Mage are quite funny.
This does actually affect who I change jobs to, by the way, but because I'm going to end Faris as a Black Mage, I'm going to send her away from Black Mage.
Right. It's fine if she has to make up some points at the end, because that's where she wants to be anyway.
Yeah, so this tends to be how I do it, because I'm,
Because you're like this.
I'm kind of just like this, yeah. It doesn't always work out, because you can't always get people away from the jobs, but, you know.
Long-time viewers will understand. She's just like this.
I'm just like this.
And that's why we love her.
That's why you love me.
And that's why we love her.
Alright, second job, 1 time mage. So yeah, this is why I did not do the white time start, because... Oh, it's just miserable. Because white can't break rods, but time can. So at least, like, after a miserable start, you have...
Rod breaking.
But time and white do not get any offensive spells until... Much later. Time more than gets Comet earlier than white gets Holy, of course. So at least you get Comet Emerald too. But before then, you have 2 classes that have no damage other than breaking expensive rods over people's heads. So it's just awful.
Well, you do just spend a lot of time in this game in random encounters.
Yeah.
So having something that can deal with them is in fact useful.
Well, you can run away. Most people just run away.
Well, he's been yeeted into the sky.
So haste is good, but not for random encounters, especially because it only hits 1 person. Very useful in boss fights and stuff. Haste is really good. Hastega is where the shit really starts getting good, but by the time you get Hastega, you're about to get the Hermes sandals, so... When you do fight Omega with Chemist, you can do... Chemist is really good for... Chemist is one of the guaranteed Triple Crown classes.
Because it's fucking Chemist. Of course it is.
It can also Berserk him. I actually don't tend to have a great time when I Berserk him, because you have to Berserk him with the mix that also gives him haste.
You have to create a rampaging robot.
Oh, you create the angriest, fastest rampaging robot when you Berserk him. It's not the greatest thing to do. It's a bit like when you Berserk Shinryu and he just kills you, except you've also given him haste.
Yeah.
It sucks so bad. But, you know, Zoo.
Zoo.
God, I really need Blizzara. She's a robot that only knows how to kill, yeah. So I tend to have more luck with Chemist by using mixes. You can make yourself immune to basically everything he does. You can make yourself heavy and dragon, which stops him from being able to, like, Delta attack you and stuff. You can resist fire with it, you know, absorb fire.
Yep.
So his Atomic Ray now heals you.
Atomic Ray, Flamethrower.
And, yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to run from this fight from after this, because...
This sucks!
That is so little damage.
That's piss.
That's Blizzard versus Blizzara. At least the dogs in this woods are weak to fire, so... Fire. At least a fire. Once I get Fira, I can then, like, multi-target Fira. I don't know if I guess multi-target fire would do it as well. Here, we'll just take them.
Oh, these hounds are gonna get absolutely massacred.
Oh yeah, I'm about to kill a lot of wolves. I need the money. I need to buy all the black, white, and time magic they have. which is a fucking lot of magic, and then I have to buy all the gear for this which is not as expensive as, say, for, like, you know, knights and stuff. That's very good time, right?
But it's still a full party.
I need 2 flyers? Yeah, that's
yeah, that's the way to do it.
better, yeah.
It's just the fastest way to fight. Get out of here, Ire.
I'm gonna get out of here. I can power the chicken knife I'm not gonna use. I can't use the brave blade anyway. I don't think there's an incentive for, like, 0 power chicken knives at times.
Is there anything to buy here?
Well, the problem is when you buy anything, I don't know if I've actually done it from, like, the shop. I'm gonna save state here. I don't know if I've ever done it from this shop. Okay, you're only arrested when you go to the weapon shop.
Okay.
Maybe. Let's try the magic shop. Ah, it's locked. So.
Ah!
Yes, it's because these are actually discounted because
Well, that was why I was asking.
Because they're making weapons cheap because of their fire crystal.
Right.
So when the fire crystal goes out, all the prices go
It's
up.
the economy, stupid.
It's the economy, stupid. So you can buy 1 cut price thing. It's probably a rod. You want to buy the most expensive thing you can use.
Right.
The sword is really good.
Yep.
And heavy armor is really good. Everything else is kind of meh.
Yep.
I think for this team, probably just buying a rod for cut price is where I want to be.
Finally, a 375 run. Damn, a 187 run.
But yeah, you can see that like when you get a bigger discount on things that cost like 200 and stuff. But I will be using rods pretty exclusively.
All right, jail for Galuf. 10,000 years.
How's your day?
It's pretty all right.
You're in jail right now.
Yeah, I don't have to go to work today, which is nice.
Basically, you can only buy 1 thing for cut price, so buy the most expensive thing that you're gonna need for your team. Like I said, sword's really good for that. Heavy armor, really good. When you come back, it will be 4 times the price. Yeah, I forgot the magic shop was closed, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to remember to go to the pub. There is a piano in there. Yeah, the fire guard in there's fires all over the place, which is nice. I said, you dummy, you broke into another cell. Haha, one idiot. Look at this loser.
Dummy! Stupid!
Oh. It is very funny to me in World 1 that the gap between getting your 2nd and 3rd job is so much smaller than getting like your between
Yes.
the 1st and the 2nd, and then the 3rd and the 4th.
Yep.
Like you get the 2nd, you after the tower, you go through the meteor, you come here, you get arrested, you go to the power ship, and then you get your 3rd job.
Well, it definitely makes sense from the structure of the game, where it's like your starter set of jobs gives you everything that you need. It gives you physical, it gives you magic, healing and offense, and some weird utility stuff, and lets you play with that and get used to the job system. Then it wants to like expand the job system pretty quickly, and then it saves the like kind of stupid shit like chemist and samurai for the final set at the end of World 1, and then just gives you a whole game to play with everything.
You know, a lot of people don't like Dancer, which is understandable because they're fragile, but they are incredibly powerful.
There's definitely that level of if you don't know about the sword dance equipment, that like they will seem nowhere near as powerful as they actually are.
Oh, because sword dance is 4 times damage, but it's 1/4 of the time.
Yeah. So on average, you're just doing normal damage in a frustrating way. But as soon as you flip that to 50%, they become one of the best physical attacking classes.
And you can combine it with dual wields.
Yep.
Dual wielding the chicken knife dancing, which also gets rid of the flea prop.
Yep.
Incredible. Allows you to break some of the scripts in the game, which is very funny.
Yep.
I definitely love a ninja with a dancer. Anything you can put in your dancer makes sword dancing incredible is fun. So I cannot get any of the chests currently.
Yeah, they're all on fire.
They're all protected by fire. They knew I was coming. They knew I like to loot a castle.
So they set the place on fire.
So they set the place on fire, yeah.
It's a shame that there will never be anything that changes this castle to any other state.
Nope. Yes, the fire, they've shut down everything to do with the fire crystal now, so it doesn't explode, but someone's opened up the fire ship, which uses the fire crystal. Hey, the werewolf's back. Hi.
Get out of here, werewolf, you fucking drunk.
Ooh, what pixel remaster exploit is there? I know there are a few. Like, you can, I think, in the pixel remaster, get... You know how in World 3, where you're only supposed to go to the pyramid? You can get out.
Ah.
It's cheaty, it's very essentially, but you can actually force your way out and get to, like, places in World 3 you're not supposed to go yet. But...
Hell yeah.
Which is very funny. I think they patched it, but... I mean, they patched a lot. They patched Flirt. So the very funny thing that used to happen in old versus a pixel remaster is Dance has a move called Flirt, which charms enemies. Not very good. Doesn't charm very many things. It worked on everything in the pixel remaster version.
That doesn't sound like a bug.
You could flirt and charm X-Death, and he wouldn't be able to do anything to you. Yes, you can get 2 chicken knives and brave blades. That was fixed in the console version, though. You can't do that in the console version. You can do. I think you can still do it in the PC version. So I don't know why it hasn't been fixed in the PC version when it was fixed in the console version. I tried it. It didn't work. I couldn't get to.
Sad.
So it's weird to me that that's still a difference between the two, since they have ported a lot of stuff from the console version into the Steam version. But yeah, you could. The X-Death was down bad with dancers. It was very funny. They patched it, unfortunately. And speedrunners were very sad. If you watch the Fiesta, the run for the Fiesta a couple of years back now, might be the Pixel Remaster version. I think it might be 2023, but they had an answer and they flirted with everything, and they used that in the run, and it was very, very funny.
All right, so you have pianos and any magic to buy?
Well, the very funny thing about the console version is the console version released with a bunch of fixes that were not in the Steam version, and then it took months for them to come to the Steam version. Why? I don't know. I mean, what do you want?
Do you have a piano to flex on?
I do have a piano to flex on, thank you. I would have forgotten, because I was gonna go get magic. I'm talking too much about other shit and not concentrating. Piano flex!
So I said both magic and piano, but I made sure to say piano first.
Yes, Dancer, so Rapid Fire is 4 times half damage, so it's 2 times damage that ignores defense. Dancer has the 4 results, yep. Sword Dance is 1/4 of them, unless you have the Sword Dancer gear, in which case you get rid of... Oh shit, which one gets rid of?
Fuse?
Could be Tempting Tango. One of the other moves stops happening, and I always forget which one. I think you're right. I think it might be the Tempting Tango gets rid of, but it cuts one of the others out and puts Swords Dance
and replaces
in place.
it with Swords Dance.
So Swords Dance becomes one health, and the Drain Jitterbug does do damage. Yeah, the console version got quality of life stuff. The Steam version didn't, and they did put some of it in, but not all of it. It's really weird. But yeah, the console version does not have the 2 chicken knives and brave blades. You can't like cheat your way into a second one of those, very unfortunately. Immediately getting these, because that's...
Oh, yeah.
I will be buying the white magic, because I will be getting white magic as soon as I do the fire ship. But I'll make sure I get these first.
Yep.
East. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy them, even though I need to buy rods. I'm just gonna go kill some, We're gonna be here for a little bit. I need to go kill some wolves.
This is what you people came for. It's a 750 run.
Absolutely, yeah,
750 run or fuck the wolves.
I have fear right now, so I can kill them in one hit.
They're already scared of you.
As they should be.
Alright, it's a knack attack. It is no longer a knack attack.
6 to 5 kill. So 1 set of wolves is almost enough for 1 whole rod.
Fuck them wolves runs. All 750 runs are fuck them wolves runs.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I could fight Liquid Flame without rods, because I do have black magic.
Right.
I could fight him straight up. It's kind of, you know, really the thing you're supposed to do, but it's so much easier to just crack 2 rods over him.
But consider fuck that.
But also, like, he does have a form that is not weak to Blizzard, which is incredibly annoying when you do get it. So. I also just, it's a good time for me to get some levels.
Yep.
And it's gonna end up with me being level 15 for the library, but you know, we ball. That is, like, people in the third talking about it because, like, there was an incentive for a bit that's definitely been filled by now for people who forget and were level 5 in the library, and I was one of those. I was, like, level 20 in there because of my first run, and, I was like, oh no, I didn't take a screenshot of me in there. But I was in there, level 20.
We in there.
So yeah, like, they were like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, when they made this game, they really designed it for you to be around level 15
God,
when
yes.
you hit the library.
100%.
And it is true, you're gonna be around level 15 unless you've done a lot of extra grinding or done absolutely no extra grinding whatsoever.
Level 5 death is like a universal experience in those.
Yeah, so Sword Dance is used specifically with Rapid Fire against Omega because the Thundaga part of it nullifies, does extra damage. Because he's weak to lightning, it does more damage. Thundaga Rapid Fire is ridiculously powerful against, Omega.
Yeah.
If you don't have a way to shut him down, but you do have Mystic Knight and Ranger, you're fine. It'll take you a couple of attempts because he might encircle someone really badly, but you can fucking kill him, no problem. The funny thing about my team that I did it with, the Thief, Summoner, Dragoon, Red Mage, is I had dual-casted Ramu, which is generally pretty bad against him. Even at level 80, it was doing 2,000 damage.
2,000 each shot, so 4,000
4,000
total.
damage, prompting double counters.
Yep.
But the good thing about Summoner has Carbuncle, so I could reflect his search back onto him, so that his counters went back onto himself. It's not really unfortunate thing I discovered was because I was really gonna jump with Tridents, because at level 80, the jump with Trident did 5,000 damage. He has 55,535 health. So, like, it's like, oh, I'll jump, except, like, when you reflect search on him, if you jump, even if you jump immediately after you've reflected the search on him, the jump takes so long
to come out
that the reflected search wears off and he just hits you instead. So I actually, in my winning run, had to, like, preempt the search. I had to pay attention to when it was coming, and, like, right after he did the move before he searched, I had to jump then.
Yep.
In order to jump in time, and, like, you know, jump right after he searched himself so I didn't get countered.
We basically spent the evening figuring out his pattern.
Figuring out his pattern, figuring out timing, and then getting Maelstrom to death anyway, because
yeah.
Fucking asshole. Absolute piece of shit.
Basically, he always casts Search after he does his quick turn, where he takes 2 actions in a row. And so you jump after he did his quick thing, but also the second attack of the quick turn is where he does shit like Maelstrom and Earthquake. And tells you to go fuck yourself.
Maelstrom is easily the worst part of the
Oh god, yes.
An asshole. Hey, I'm gonna Wave Cannon and cast Sap on you, and then I'm gonna reduce you to single-digit health.
Hee-hoo!
Hee-hoo! Die.
Better be quick on that button, dummy.
Better have your ATB charged, and also, I hit you for, like, you're now at 1 health. You don't have any sort of chance to get that elixir off before that sap kills you.
But yeah, jump was a funny one, because it was like, wow, this does great damage. Oh no, it takes too long.
It takes too long. So then I switched to the Ramu strat, which just doesn't do any near as much damage, because it's, the damage of summons is cut by the fact that it's So, like, it, you know, again, I was doing 2,000 damage of Ramu with my summoner at level 80. Thank God I could cast 2 of them! One of my attempts where I wasn't jumping, I hadn't figured out the jump timing yet, I was just doing Ramu, I used all 99 elixirs. I survived long enough to use all 99 elixirs, so many rounds, and didn't kill him. I have no idea how close I was to killing him. There's no way for me to know, but I ran out of healing and died, and that sucked. Then we figured out the timing, so then I was doing every search attack on him, I was doing,
like
9,000 damage a search round, which means I would kill him in 6 or 7 rounds. Depending on the fact that reflecting fire on him does heal him, and if he searches himself and he uses flamethrower, that also heals him, though. Frick.
But Mustard Bomb doesn't.
Mustard Bomb is non-elemental.
Right. So, like, he can either hurt himself or heal.
He can hurt himself with a Mustard Bomb, or do nothing to himself if he rocket punches or encircles.
Which is what he usually does.
What he usually does, but sometimes he would fucking heal himself. What a prick. What a fucking jerk. I'm currently grinding for 4 rods, so I can have a full squad doing whatever element I want. It's kind of my thing right now. I'm killing so many wolves.
I guess 12, or... Yeah, you just get 4 of those rods.
4 of each.
Yeah. 12 rods total.
Yeah. I will, of course, be breaking 2 of these, but, so I'll go ahead and just buy a couple extra of these. It's also useful to have them to break in the Karnak. I shouldn't need to break them in Karnak because now I have boosted, but... for the shit, funnily enough, even though some are weak to electric, although I think with boosted Thundara it will kill them, you can prompt self-destruct with lightning, which is very funny. How you learn it. Omega's absurdly fast. You wanna make him faster? You wanna chemist berserk and haste him and make him faster? It's so much fun.
You cast Swagger on him.
I will tell you, I think chemist is only not a triple crown when you have a berserker. I guarantee triple crown when you have a berserker because it is an absolute fucking nightmare to have a chemist. You basically want to get mixed on as many people as possible, and your berserker can't do it. It's such a fucking pain in the ass. So it's the one time I'm like, I don't like a berserker when I have to fight Omega. Very annoying. Can't sing at him. You know, can't do him, can't calm him down.
No, there.
Like the Beastmaster, calm. Alright, yes, the more attempts are weak to lightning, but that does prompt self-destruct. Defeaters are weak to ice. Poltergeist absorb ice. Oh good, also immune to fire and lightning. Ew. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crew dust are weak to ice. Okay. I kind of need someone with a dagger for stabby times for the Poltergeist. Got it. Otherwise, I probably want the Frost Rods on. Who has the most strength? I knew of the flail. I'm not sure that's... It's technically better than the... It has more strength than the knife, but staffs have the damage form and their randomness. So I can do much less or more damage. I don't really like the flail very much. My Time Mage does have more strength, so Time Mage, in the front row you go with the dagger, buddy. Everyone else, get your Frost Rods out.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. Alright, should we go to the fire ship?
Let's do it.
So Omega's counters suck nuts as well. The thing about fighting Omega straight up is don't fucking do it. Like, if you're playing the GBA version, you have Quick Leap with a Time Mage, do that. If you have Bard, I mean, in all versions you have Bard, fucking sing at him. Sing at him, and he will die, blissfully unaware of everything. He's stopped, he will not care, you will be fine. Chemists can either berserk him if you're feeling really spicy with the
feeling
haste.
randy.
Or you can Chemist can really, just neuter all of his attacks, which is really good. And Beastmaster has Calm, which in the GBA version is, broken.
Flipped.
I should buy more potions, frankly. Oops. Yeah, I could use the healing staff. I'm not a big fan of healing staff. So the healing staff is a weapon you put on if you bop your party with it. Will heal them instead of hurting them. I forget I have it on and I heal the enemies because I'm very smart. But I think I will probably grab this chest and then go out and buy some potions. I have some money, right? I have a bit of money.
You have a hint of money. A sprinkling.
A little bit of
A
cash.
spritz of money. Thanks for donating to the Elixir Fund.
Yeah, Bazaar is nice. That was even unboosted, just killed everything. The main reason I don't want to fight Liquid Flame straight up is that he would still, do a lot of damage to me.
Mm-hmm.
Jerk.
You're gonna be on a time limit.
True. Not for Liquid Flame, no. Just damage. Time limit comes after Liquid Flame.
Yeah.
So I could Bazaar at him, or I could just break a couple of rods over his dumb head. I said, sorry, I went away.
Stop that
Stop
engine!
that engine! Did you think he was like, no, wait, don't, go,
I need
no!
a nap first, okay, Sid?
Yeah, and I went in and I left, and he's like, wait, why are you back? And I'm like, I need a nap.
Mandated break. I got rights too, you know.
There are a bunch of items in here that I don't think I will be able to use, which is very funny. Well, I definitely will not be able to use the Thief Glove, but it sells for a decent amount, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick it
yeah.
up anyway.
Some thief will want it.
I don't know if any of my crew can wear... Oh no, my bard can probably wear a green beret.
Seems reasonable.
I don't know if my magic classes can. Guess we'll find out.
Solid snaking our way through the vents.
Well, I won't get bard until after I beat Clapper Claws, so... Yeah, so this one is the green beret. Ah, there you are, you little shit. Poltergeist. Immune to all my elemental damage.
Well, yeah, because his face is coming off.
True.
I love all the nerds hiding behind the one slightly stronger nerd.
Oh, isn't that what happens in real life?
Basically.
Yes, I don't know. Oh yeah, if you don't know you can do this, this is a very good thing the game never really explains to you can do. If you double X on a bit of equipment in your inventory, it tells
non-bard.
you what job. Oh, Bard can't. Uh-oh.
Huh?
No. I cannot equip this.
Sorry about your jaunty green cap.
Well, I hadn't thought that maybe I wouldn't be able to equip this at all. So yeah, Monk, Thief, Ninja, Ranger, Blue, Red, East Chemist, Dancer, Cannoneer, and Mime. It only tells you for the jobs you have, by the way, which is why I can see them all, but... well, it's fine. Now we're gonna get some Thief Gloves I can't use. Hello, Thief Gloves. Oh, not you again. At least if I haste myself, I get to attack it a bit faster. Die. Try not to heal. Really hoping I have enough health. I'm a little worried about my health values, specifically a counter that Liquid Flame does. He uses Fira on a single person. It does quite a bit of damage. I'm hoping I have enough health that I can blag it. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of close at like a little... I know like over 300 would be enough. I do not like this encounter. Get out. Hit me, bro. Alright. It's also a good idea to have someone who can do neutral damage. In the event I do get his form, it's 50-50 to get the form that is weak to ice, the form that doesn't take damage from ice, so... Yep. Being able to see it, get out of here. Being able to stab it is really, nope.
Wow, they're being mean.
That's just the encounter in this room. So encounters are dictated by where you are.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 encounters for basically every room you're in, or area, world map area and stuff you're in. So this one just happens to have that 2 poltergeist one as a very common encounter. Probably a 90 out of 256.
Yep.
I believe it's 290 out of 256, 160 and 116.
Mm-hmm.
That add up to 256.
Probably.
I think. Anyway, here we go.
Yeah, 255.
Yep, good shit, good shit. And that's how the encounter tables work in this game. So Dragon Arch actually has a really cool spreadsheet of every area and dungeon in the game and overall map in the game and what encounters are there. And what the chance of seeing them is. You can see where if you want to find a specific enemy,
you can find the place that's the most likely to show up.
It also, I think, has like the chance of running away from each encounter and stuff like that. It's a really good spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
Very useful. Hey, don't hit me. Why not? Regain is very bad in this game unless you have a bard. And specifically a late on bard that ups your levels. Regain is very slow. Like the problem with it is it's very slow and doesn't heal very much unless you're a really high level. Okay, got the blaze, tornado. I think it's tornado form. It is weak to ice. We're good to go. Alright. Like, I could even Blizzara this. I'd probably just Blizzara this. I think that'll do enough damage. I think I'll do 600 damage.
Seems like a reasonable guess.
Oh, don't think it will.
I don't have a fucking clue. It's very funny that you looked at me.
I'm not gonna chance it. Just kill him. Give me a flame blow!
Yay!
Yay! So he drops a different item depending on what form you kill, and I never know which form drops what.
Yeah, they're all fire things.
One drops a scroll, one drops a bow, and I don't remember what the other one is.
Staff, isn't it?
Does it drop a fire rod?
I'm pretty sure it's a fire rod.
It's all fire stuff.
Yeah.
So if you have a ninja, I know, and like that's your only source of fire damage for Biblos, try and get this guy to drop you a fire scroll.
Mm-hmm.
You have a ranger coming up, the fire bow is useful.
Yep.
Again, for fighting Biblos, the fucker. Alright. Make sure to re-equip, because I'm about to go through Karnak 500.
Mm-hmm.
See, any weaknesses in there?
Smart?
No, it doesn't look like there's any. No, like, resistances, though, either, so... We'll just do Frost Rods to not... confuse myself. Everyone just Blizzaring all times. Put my time mage back in the back row. Alright, preparations complete. I did not put my silk robes in everyone. Or my plumbed hats. Wow, I bought all of them and I didn't bother buying them. Oops.
That's fine.
Didn't really need them. It's
exactly.
fine. They're in the back row anyway. Alright, I'm gonna get all the chests here. I don't need all of the chests. In fact, if you're playing this yourself and you have, say, white time, do not get all the chests. It's not worth it, even remotely. there are some chests if you have specific jobs you should pick up, and a bunch of them, if you do not have those jobs, do not bother. It's another reason why I really like knowing my jobs, is that sometimes it's good to know which one of these chests I can just ignore. No one needs fancy clothes, it's fine. What are you doing?
You fool!
You fool! Ah, no, he's controlled by X now.
He's controlled by an amoeba.
That's true.
A very big amoeba.
That's true.
We're gonna juice this fucking thing.
Yeah, we are.
We're also gonna juice this werewolf.
Yeah, we are.
My final message. Save the world. Goodbye.
Werewolf!
Everyone is asking werewolf, but they're not asking why wolf. It's not a great hope.
Oh, it's a terrible hope. Well, bye, werewolf. Yeah, Howlf. Why burn? Really? Thank you for the resub.
Thank you so much.
Fire.
Oh, there's about to be a lot of it.
Oh, well, actually, there's about to be none of it. That's kind of the thing about it.
This is true.
All the fire's about to be gone, see? Bye, fire. Snap up those shards. But I'm going through text fast. I'm pretty sure I have a playthrough where I'm not blowing through text fast if you really want to, like,
this is fine.
watch the story. You get the gist, it's fine. I mean, you're lucky I'm not fast-forwarding through it, the thing I normally do.
There's a reason your first run tends to end less than 24 hours after the Fiesta run.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Fiesta opens.
So there's a lot of good chests in here, a lot of good cash. None of the cash chests are trapped, by the way. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to deal with encounters,
Gigas.
grabbing those is good.
Also, thank you for the resub.
Thank you for the resub.
That reminded me that I should also have this Vezra ears.
Wasn't enough for a kill. I thought Blizzard would be enough for a kill. So the timer doesn't go down because I have wait on for, like, stopping timer when in a menu. Mm-hmm. A good thing to do during attack animations is to go into a menu.
Makes sense.
I have to, of course, come out of the menu and let it happen.
Right.
Because I have the battle speed down, this is kind of what happens. But yeah, see that goes off, I can just come in here and he'll die, and then I saved a few seconds. It is very minor, but if you're collecting everything, it can be very helpful. So that's a ribbon, only equipable by freelancers and dancers who equip ribbons on people. So if you don't have either of those classes, don't bother.
Mm-hmm. Simply don't.
Why am I bothering? Fun. Because I can.
Because the people demand it.
Yeah. I should probably just defend Elena and go with Arrow, maybe. I'll take this, like, little bit of a hit. This one also has a shuriken in it, if you don't have a ninja.
I mean, sure I can.
Worse than useless, it doesn't sell for anybody. Aw, you.
You cur.
I hate the little random encounters, because, like, get out of here. Waste of my goddamn time.
Not a fan of the cheeky random encounter.
No! Alright, we could leave, it's right down there, or...
Alternatively, there's a whole ass castle that used to be guarded.
I'm in a castle, I'm gonna loot it. Yeah, I've not got much MP left, might as well.
You better bring it.
I would never. So if you kill all the wolves, and then there's a free turn, this guy will run away.
Yep.
They are cowards.
As most soldiers are.
So this is a very good chest to get. Both of these chests are up here in this tower. If you're gonna get any chests,
Generically good.
make it these ones. Yeah, we only have a 10-minute window for pillaging. I'm gonna use.
Well, it's
every
all gonna
minute.
catch fire anyway.
Ugh, these guys. I mean, the good thing about his arrow counters is I have black mages, which have really high magic defense, so it doesn't actually do that much damage to me. Oh, wow. Oh, no good, he's dead. I'm like, is he not dead in the back? I've done enough damage to him, surely, but it was a delayed death. Make sure you click through, even in the menu, you can actually see in the menu here, the playtime's there. That's the 10-minute counter.
Yeah, it's not actually your
It's
playtime.
not your playtime, it's your 10-minute counter, and it does go down when you're in the menu.
Which is such a funny thing to do.
Don't fuck around. If you need to heal and get out of that menu.
Yep.
This one is an elixir. And I'm gonna flag to these two who have a lot more MP. So you can see that because he didn't have to wait for any like the ATB to restart because I picked a move, he went faster.
Yep.
So that I have weight on quite high, so it's giving me time to input, but does mean that things tick down while I'm waiting for it, including things like sap. But yeah, this Karnak Castle Escape is miserable with light and time. Because you don't do... It's miserable with any team that cannot do, like, large amounts of damage quickly.
Yeah.
Or has to chip away the Gigas here and take a lot of arrows to the face.
Yep.
Because then you have to heal them, and that takes time, especially if you're doing it with potions.
Yep, those hurt. The arrow counters, like, take a long time to just resolve. The healing takes a long time to resolve. 10 minutes is not too bad unless you can't do damage.
And the only way White and Time does damage is by breaking rods. So you're spending a lot of rods to kill things here. It will kill anything in one, like, rod, which is very helpful.
But you did spend $750
But you spent $750, so a lot of the money, you need to get all those money chests, or you're gonna have spent so much money. I, of course, want all of the elixir chests that I can get hold of.
Just generally.
I mean, when you have a lot of mages, elixirs are really fucking good.
Yeah, true.
But also for Phoenix Tower, because I do go to Phoenix Tower every single playthrough, even if I don't have a summoner, because I need to feed the magic pots.
Yay! Yippee!
I need that 500 job points.
Yay! Yippee!
Oh my god, when I was doing it for the retro achievements, I reset like twice because the first guy took like 6 elixirs to get rid of, and I lost my goddamn mind. Absolute wanker.
You get so mad at them.
No. If they take any more than 3, I'm like out for blood.
Poor magic pots.
For magic pots, you can't fucking kill those guys.
Poor magic pots.
Absolute fuckers.
All he wants is a few more elixirs.
I have Main Gauche. Main Gauche is a really fucking good knife. Look at this knife. 36 power. I didn't buy a Mithril knife. We can't compare, but I believe a Mithril knife is about 24. Alright, so the only other
And then
thing,
on top of that,
make
it also
sure
blocks.
if you do have a white mage that you pick up this chest.
Yes, the one on the left.
It's not missable, but
You can get it later.
It will be a while before you get it.
Keyword being later. You want this right now.
It's very good. It's right
it's
here.
fucking
It's
Asuna.
Asuna. If a red mage is a level 4 spell, your red mage cannot use it.
If you own a red mage, you can prank yourself with it.
It's true.
Oh, this is a scroll, right?
It sure is, yeah.
Aha, Jesus. You have to understand,
It's a thunder
like,
scroll. Yeah.
anything that I know about this game is a testament to how much she has played this game. I have played this game, like, Probably 3 or 4 times total. Like, I do like it. It is,
I've opened all the chests and I still have this amount of time left.
it is one of my, you know, like, it's a really good game, and I played it on the GBA specifically. If you ask me any random question about this game, I bet I can answer it, and it's because of her.
Yeah, as soon as, if you were red mage, as soon as I'm taunting you in the white magic menu. So this guy, if you have a blue mage, you can get a really good move out of this guy, so please do. Death Claw, it reduces an enemy to like single-digit health and paralyzes them. Incredibly good move.
Basically a single target maelstrom.
Man, I could sit around here for a while, huh?
Ah, well, time to have a drink.
Yeah, level 14. I think I got every chest. I got like the main ghost, the elven mantle. Went all the way up and all the way down. Ah, it's been a while since I did this fast. The power of Blizzara. When I did this like the other times this year, even teams with good physical attack, you would have to go through so many counters from those fucking gigas.
Yep. They're quite thick.
So thick.
So anyway, now the fire gets to pillage the rest.
Okay. Now we have white mage.
Yay. Who's gonna be your first white mage?
I don't know.
Those 2 fuckers flying off screen there. Those are being blasted to another continent.
They are, yeah, they are. 100% they are.
A warrior's spirit. Makes it sound like a Soul Calibur introduction.
It's true. Alright. My first white mage man. White mage in the end is gonna be Arrow, so I'm gonna go no on that one. Ugh. So it could be interesting. I probably, because Galuf leaves.
You can just leave.
I think it's probably best to be on someone who isn't gonna leave.
Right.
That's another thing of consideration, especially when I have my Beastmaster and learning catch. It's like, well, I don't want to un-Galuf because I might need catch for stuff where he's not around. So I think it's probably Lena. Turn her into white mage.
Seems reasonable.
Alright, let me...
She can cure her own poison.
No, she does love poisoning herself. Just gonna write down all my stuff. I don't know how many job points I've got on each job. It's critically important to me, guys. Alright. Well, we have actually gotten Black Mages down to needing almost exactly as many job points as White Mage overall. At 2,300. That's interesting. I probably don't want to. It might be a switching between 2 white and 2 black mages. Interesting question. I mean, the main thing about mastering all jobs is you don't need to, especially when it comes to magic classes. So, White Mage's last one is MP plus 10%.
Woo!
Rubbish.
Woo!
Time is... Okay, that cannot be correct. This is equip rods for both of those. That's not okay. One of those is incorrect. I can find out when. Black Mage. Black Mage's MP plus 30% is their final one.
Yeah!
Let me make sure I've gotten this correct in Time Mage. Time Mage does indeed get Equip Rods as their final one. So you can see that all of their final skills are terrible. Who gives a shit? So like, getting only up to White, Time, and Black 6 is more than good enough on everybody.
Right.
Which is very funny.
Gives you the full suite of their spells.
And it's the same for all of these jobs, which, truly hilarious. So, let's go ahead and change Lena for now. We might end up with 2 white, 2 black mages at some point. Alright, so she can't... The thing about the white mage is they cannot boost,
Right, they can't rot up.
But we can cure now with my limited MP.
Woo!
I am level 14, how close am I to 15? Oh, not far.
Again, the way the EXP numbers are set up in this game, you kind of have to be trying to not be level 15 in the pyramid.
Yeah, in the library.
The Limamid.
The Limamid.
The pyramid's right over there, it's fine.
I do think, like, yeah, you're kind of, yeah. I mean, if you don't fight everything in Karnak, if you don't fight everything, you'll be below 15. If you do, you're probably gonna hit 15. Like, sometimes I've gone into Karnak at level 10 and come out at level 14. Bimlumin. I at least will have no fucking problem with the library, so it's just a matter of, do I just like run from encounters here and go in at level 14? It'd be deeply funny to go in at 15 and die. At least the encounters. Oh, here's someone. I think I told you the price goes up. Here's a guy that people miss a lot as well.
Yep. He is a new shop.
He's new after the fire ship, and he sells spears, kunais, whips, and diamond
Weapons for every class you just got.
More. It's got dragoon in here.
Oh yeah, and dragoon shit for no reason.
But yeah, we do have Ninja, Beastmaster, and Geomancer. And a Spear Fury Dragoon, because why not? So if you've Chaos modded and you have a Dragoon, you can finally have a Spear for him.
Yep.
Which is nice. But yeah, this guy just comes to the shop. He's very missable. And yeah, you didn't need to make sure you got the whip after all. If you have more than one Beastmaster, this whip is very nice to put in. So yes, it's very funny that a guy sets up shop in here after the fire ship that has stuff for... Why does he have Dragoon stuff? Very, very strange, but yes. Very easy to miss him. There's no, like, indication that he's there. So he just shows up. Sell my bow, I can sell my whip, I can sell my moonring blade, and my and my Asher. Shit. I don't need to sell it now, I have nothing new to buy, but, you know. Yeah, I think the optimal play is to have one white mage so that I have a lot of rod boosted attacks at the moment, rather than like reducing my damage output a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna just like run away from everything here and hope I don't get up to level 15 in the library. I shouldn't. The pages do not give you much experience, but... Bye, Zoo. Oh, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Can't believe the last possible Tylo is in the desert and then he back attacks me. What a fucking asshole. Absolute prick. Alright, this is a healing pot. Okay, when I'm normally like, I'm not, thieves are okay. Then the next run after Thief, when I start getting back attacked again, it's like, oh god, I miss Thief. That's like, in my opinion, one of the best things about Thief. Never mind stealing. Stealing is fine. There's nothing terribly game-breaking. Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
So if you didn't know...
What asshole!
The reason we've been talking about being level 15 is because page 64 exists.
Fucking ambushed me and then used it immediately. What a fucking dick. But yeah, they only get 45 experience. So.
Hilarious.
That is enough to level me up if I fight 5 of them, so, I should probably stop fighting them. Fine. That would give me 50.
This is what you get for keeping everyone alive.
True. Alright, now I have to switch to Frost Rods. Page mages are weak to fire. This boss is absolutely not.
In a library, you're completely surrounded by books. It would be trivial for them to ambush you.
Hey,
Ah!
hey, prick. You boy. At least I do have, Cura's now, so I'm like, yeah. Ah, beautiful healing. Actual healing. Oh, not Fira. Lazara, please. Don't heal him, it would suck. I am doing 1,000 damage. I probably would have killed Liquid Flame with a Bizarra. Alright. Yum yum. He also gives you a Flame Scroll. So you can have 2 Flame Scrolls for Biblos if you have a ninja, and you need fire damage for Biblos, and by God, do you need fire damage for Biblos. He sucks.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely hate that guy. I have a summoner, you have a fucking Ifrit, which is great. Back to the fire rods. How much experience before I'm level 5? Oh god. We live in on the edge here. But the best thing to do is just to get to level 16. Kill wolves outside of Karnak until you're level 16, and then you don't have to worry about it. Unless you have a blue mage, in which case you want one person to be level 5.
You want to desync your precious experience.
Yeah, so that you can learn level 5 Dex. It is one of the best spells in the game. There are a lot of things you can kill with level 5 Death, especially if you do a little bit of maths.
Level 5 death is a certified funny button. Because as long as it's level 5, it will work. And there are ways to make things level 5.
Sure are. Oh, I want to try a thing that I've heard about. But didn't know you could do that to Java. Hang on. Which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this. Fine. Teleport, yeah. So you can escape from fights with time mages teleport, but of course I do not have that yet. That's wrong. So this is like a stat, you know, like an encounter like you would get like in a chest and stuff. They're like set encounters. Normally when you do these and you run away, the chest closes, it stays there. You have to fight it. You can run away from this fight and the boot
And it
goes
just
away.
goes away.
Yeah.
Huh. It's like not actually a chest, despite basically being a chest encounter.
Yeah, it's really. I didn't actually know that you could just run from that fight and just get past it. I mean, it's just a book encounter.
Right.
So like,
it's the same thing you've been fighting this whole time. You'd have no reason to even think to try that. But
yeah. Interesting. And you can just hit the bricks. If it sucks, hit the bricks.
Better than hitting the books.
Son of a bitch. I don't think Asuna cures that because it's slow. Alright.
Diplo shows up and immediately comes.
Asshole.
You'd fear it, idiot. Oh, 4 digits, baby.
But you drain me. Just for that. Just for that. I get the extra flame rod in town. I feel like I went all the way up the wall.
Yes, you did.
It did? Good. This guy is a real fucking wall if you do not have fire damage. Cause that drain was a counter. So once he gets to a certain point, he just counters all your attacks with drain. He protects himself.
So he can basically make himself functionally unkillable.
Yeah. He is just such. Oh, the 4 crystals. Oh, the 4 crystal fight. Okay, I actually have a good. I'm actually okay against the crystals with Time Mage specifically. The other mages are not good against the crystals. Bard is bad against the crystals.
Right.
But time is actually very helpful against the crystals. So,
See that in like 2 streams time.
yeah, 2 or 3. Fucking hate the 4 crystal fight. It really is like. There are specific things that are really good for that fight, and if you do not have them, you're so fucking
You're going to super hell.
screwed. This team will be fine now. I mean, so engrossed in his book, I didn't hear anything. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
100%.
That
Can
would be,
confirm.
that would be me. Like, you could kill up Biblos behind me and I would not notice if I was reading a book. Mid, you were in there for 3 days. You haven't had any water. Mid, I saved you from yourself.
Mid, have you been reading the news?
We didn't go and see Sid in the pub, but Sid is currently fucking depressed in the pub right now. So we're in the pub, someone tells you about Sid's grandson in the library, and that's why we come here.
Yeah. Luckily, the game does not require you to do that.
I'm gonna kill another book.
Yeah.
This book's full of monsters, actually. Now that I can become level 15. Bye! I'm taunting him. So this is a very important room to remember if you have a bard in World 3. One of these nerds is a legendary scientist. One's mid.
One's mid.
I mean, that turtle shell. This patch of desert is the trolliest thing. Those dorm chimeras are the worst.
Are motherfuckers.
So you can actually see very funnily, that White Mage does more damage. I did forget to re-equip a rod. Than Time Mage. Because White Mages actually have a lot of magic.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you're not supposed to be able to do anything with it.
I have a really high base magic stat.
Yeah, what is it, like, summoners have the best, of, like, the normal classes?
Of the normal classes, yes. I believe Oracle, the GBA job, has
the best
more.
Overall, but yeah, it's like, summoners, then black, then white?
I think so, but I've had. Yeah, Oracle, Summoner, Black. Ignoring Necromancer.
Necromancer.
White, yes.
Again, if I know anything about this game, it's her fault.
I think you just retain information.
I mean, yes, I do retain information quite well, but you've played this game 1 or 2 times.
Look,
maybe even 3 or 4.
I can't deny that I play this game at least 4 times a year, but it's not my fault.
I'm not blaming anyone.
It's not my fault you retain information. Yeah, grind turtle shells to get mileage out of your chemist. Your chemist, not even my chemist. No, this is actually why I like to know my earth job.
Yeah.
Even when I'm like learning them one at a time, I do tend to learn my earth job before the kind of when I'm going into the final dungeon of World 1.
Yeah.
So that I know if I want to get a Lamia's Tiara or grind out chemist.
Yeah, there's like
materials.
A few things where just knowing in advance that you don't have it just saves you the time of having to do it.
It saves a bit of time and energy.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, you know, if you get a white mage really late, like, going back to all the different towns and buying all the magic's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yep.
I think there is a town that sells almost all of them.
Everything, yeah.
But say you get it, like, here. If I got white, and I did get white here.
Yeah.
I'd be like, shit. Alright, now I have to take my ship or in a moment my purple chocobo and, like, go back because, like, the town's kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, if I got it after Karnak, it's like, oh, do I just not have cure for
Right.
a while before I can go back with, like, better transportation?
Yup.
Will I remember if I don't do it now is a big thing, you know? I just like to know so I can buy the spells while I'm in the town and I don't have to, like, backtrack for it.
Yep.
And it's just easier for me to remember while I'm there, because otherwise I will forget.
Well, and ultimately, like, especially when you do a lot of these runs, the whole, like, mystery aspect of it isn't really... It's a very small part of the run, ultimately. Like, you've already got 3 of your 4 jobs today on the first stream, and, like, you know what you're doing, you're quite good at this, but, like, it is still that, knowing ahead of time doesn't really, like, fundamentally change the experience that much. It's just a quality of life thing.
You are supposed to only get your job when you get to a crystal. I just have always gotten mine right away.
Yeah.
Like, I did do it, like, properly, like, the first year for some of them. Especially with the Chaos mod. I'm already breaking the rules with the Chaos mod.
That's the thing. Like, for the whole thing about the quote-unquote rules of it, like, RK has some specific ideas about what the Fiesta is and should be, but also is just like, yeah, but you do you. You're still playing Final Fantasy V. So anytime you talk about, like, the specific rules of it, it's kind of always in that. If you ask the guy who invented it and runs it every year, you will get a set of answers without any of the, but if you're not doing this, then you're not really doing it judgment. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're not even gonna be at the computer, then why, like, put your playthrough on hold until you can get back and tweet at Gilgabot? That's what was done back in the day.
Yeah, I used to tweet at him. Now we just press a button.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, it's for fun and for charity, you know? Not from this world! I came here in a potato!
Evil's reawakening, then Faris is like, you came here in a potato?
Came in a potato?
Because she knows what's up. Whoa!
And so I tell people, if you've gotten like I did just now, I got a white mage start, but I just flipped it for black because that's more fun. It's like,
yeah,
you'll find a way to play that's fun for you.
Yeah. Well, it's also the kind of thing that, like, I feel like when you do the amount of runs that you do specifically...
Yeah, this is my 4th.
You kind of have to open it up to not just doing the win job, like, every time, you know? Like, there are some really fun starts to the game. There's also some really bad starts to the game.
Oh, yeah.
That only exist if you're willing to use all of the classes, like, when you are, you know, like, at the first crystal.
And honestly, I've done the freelancer all the way to the Earth
Exactly.
job, and it's perfectly fine.
It's a good playthrough to do once.
Freelancers are ridiculously strong.
It's just only one playthrough, you know? And if that's going to be every single playthrough you do, you are actually kind of cutting yourself off. Like, Red Mage is arguably one of the best classes in the game before the point you get Red Mage. Because it can do everything.
It can do both black and white.
Yeah, on one class.
It has the upside of white without having the fucking downside of having no damage.
Yeah, and it also has a sword. Like, you know, it's...
And a sword, yeah. It's like, Red Mage is so
genuinely
good
an
as a
incredible
first
start.
The Red Mage win job is absolutely one of the best starts in the game.
Samurai is also, like, in line for
Zeninage is if you've never done it before, I would recommend it because it is...
Nothing in World 1 has defense.
Though there are a few. Crayclaw coming up has defense. But a lot of the early bosses do not, and
are
so
weak to getting hit in the face by $1.
You do very funny amounts of damage to like Siren and Gorilla. Incredibly funny. It is deeply funny what you can and can't kill with Zeninage as a samurai. And when you have the Ashura,
yes, you get a katana stupidly early, and then you can actually use it. And like, Samurai can use like knives and regular swords, or is it just knives?
Knives and non-knight swords. I
Right.
believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I got a new 750. Magic is, like, incredibly overpowered and centralizing. I mean, that was my Thief Dragoon Red summon run. Basically all I did was summon and dual cast summon.
Though I will say, on a casual run that isn't a Fiesta, like, you can give everyone stuff like dual wield and other fun stuff like that.
Yeah,
at
a
your leisure.
casual run is, like, a no 750 is really good. Dual wield and two-handed.
Yeah.
Both very, very good. Like, two-handing axes.
Oh, damn, I didn't even get a chance to say, wow, look at this fire ship, we can go everywhere, and now it's already gone.
That's
Damn
gone.
it. I missed my window.
See, you're that guy right now.
Ah, totally unlucky.
Totally unlucky.
I couldn't even make the joke.
I know. You're beating to it. Yeah, using all the physical draws would be very interesting. I feel like you could really make some fun combinations. Like I said, dual wield dancing. A+. I know dance is considered a 750 job in the rule set.
That's still a physical class.
But it's a physical class. So dual wielding dancing is very funny. Samurai is just incredible. It gets instant death. So it's it's a long way on here to master it, but Inuki is really good. I said Mug. Mug is an excellent way around the chicken knife flea proc on any physical class, which is really nice. Rapid fire is too, but Mug is faster. With rapid fire, you need to master Rager. You don't need to quite master Thief for Mug, and you get Thief earlier, so. Give me my song. Probably the worst song. Is Mighty March the worst song? I feel like yes, right? It's the Regain song.
I was thinking, I can't remember what all the songs are. So there you go, that's something I don't know.
There you go.
But yeah, Regain's kind of dookie in this.
It's good combined specifically with Hero's Rhyme in, like, the final boss fight of the game, because as you level up, it gets higher.
Bigger, but yeah, like, the value you get as you're using it in the regular game almost never...
It's piss. Having to rely on it for healing against, say, things like the Sandworm... Trash. Trash garbage.
So how long are you planning to go?
Probably just gonna get this chocobo and end there.
That seems pretty reasonable. Good old harvesters.
Right.
If you're a knower, you love them.
Those guys take.
They're your best friends. Uh-oh.
Means we're gonna have to. Second.
How gauche.
So don't you spark me.
More like Dork Spark. Dork Spork?
Don't spark. I don't have to fight it. I could have just laughed.
You can just leave. Yeah, but you wanted to see if you could get the Death Sickle in a run that didn't need it.
I did actually, yes. I was actually.
I know what you're here for.
I know.
I know what your sick mind...
So I'm gonna get the Death Sickle, I'm gonna get it, and I don't even want it. The Death Sickle is here. If you have a Freelancer or a Berserker, get them.
Fight Harvesters.
Get at least like 2 if you
1
can.
in 16 drop. You want it.
It's so good, man. Alright, so this is my last set of fire jobs, Bard and Ranger.
Ranger.
And now we have the purple chocobo. Alright, that seems like a good place to, and I'm just gonna go at the inn. So purple chocobos can only land in forests, but that's fine. That gives you mostly free reign.
Most of the map. There's some specific spots they don't want you in yet.
But next time we'll take this bird and we're gonna go all over the place.
You're gonna take your bird and go home.
I do like to take my bird and go home. And thank you for the vomited crystal shards. We do enjoy a bit of crystal shard covered in bird vom.
Probably blood too. Those things are sharp. We saved his life.
It's true.
That's why he's like taking us places.
Oh, alright. Big stretch.
Oh, big stretch.
So this is gonna be my weekly game.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesdays, Fridays, definitely. Any Mondays, Saber's not there until it's
Probably
done.
do that as well, yeah.
Maybe a Thursday or Tuesday if I'm feeling particularly spicy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But for now, more of this next Wednesday.
Yep.
Still no idea what we're doing Sunday, huh?
No clue. I mean, I have some suggestions, but
Okay. We'll talk about it after.
we'll figure it out. Yeah.
We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
And failing that, I will play a new NES game, SNES game, on Sunday.
Right. Hope everyone enjoys Fiesta.
Have a good day. Hope your pets are not too close to any explosions.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.